AJ, appreciate the sub, my guy. Let's go. We'll be up in a second. Welcome, 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 one and all, to the little thing here we call PBE. We're in season 43 of that, and I am your host, Dustillation. Joining me is Lord Parquad of the Voyagers slash Mingos. I've got the nameplate in there to accordingly. So, Mr. Parquad, how are you doing today?
Lovely. Another opening day has upon us, it seems. So I'm excited just to get going again.
Yeah, and I'm excited to have you here. Um, we've got some games today. I posted it in the announcement. Hopefully you all liked that I did that, so you can kind of get an idea. Because everyone will always be like, "Who's streaming? Who's streaming? What's the stream?" So I think there is a game or like a streams announcement or channel in the main server, but I just put that in the announcement quick for you guys to see. For those who didn't see, we're looking at this right now. We have the Indianapolis Apex taking on the Nashville Stars. That is in Nashville, of course. We have Voyagers and Buffalo Surge, DVS, and Seattle. So we're going to get 3 games in a row that we're going to call here. Cancun and Loon, or Lunar Base here, a little bit later on after some quick sims. And then a Primetime 2 matchup with the Death Valley Scorpions taking on the San Antonio Sloth, to the to the storied franchises in the PBE here. And appreciate Mio with the sub. That's almost a year and a half of sub time. Crazy, crazy stuff. All right, let's get into it here as we start our hype train, of course. We got Wan Choi in the house. We got Low Key. We got 4D Chess. We got some Bazooka Joe under. You know this Bazooka Joe character, Parkwood?
Honestly, no, not really. The name
Okay.
kind of sounds weird. I feel like
Yeah.
Butzuka Joe is the actual
Oh,
pronunciation,
okay.
but
Yeah. It's probably just
because
like a.
that guy I know.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's probably it. Anyway, appreciate Wildcat Bandit. We've got a prediction going. So we've got the classic who will win. Who's going to win our very first stream game of this regular season? I'll get it queued up so you all at home can see the matchups here. I'm going to save because likely after we sim this game out, it's going to crash. Um, New season, but the crashes remain the same. We have Taranga Leela pitching for the Indianapolis Apex. Some prime time Apex going on out here. And then Cesar Azawaje, longtime aviator, if I'm not mistaken, with a little bit of a uniform change here in Nashville. And yeah,
Yes,
Salamanca, longtime star.
Out of the park.
You know, some dudes on this team. I think Jose 43 1/4 was former Champions Rookie of the Year a couple seasons back. So got some dudes here on the
Oh
national
man,
side.
look at that! A big little 5 gift
Woo!
subs there from Albert Steiner fan. Thank you very much.
Albert Steiner fan. Well, he's going to be
Yeah,
watching Albert Steiner bat in 30 hole here for the Nashville Stars this evening.
yeah. Say perfect time to gift those subs to a couple of familiar names there. A couple guys that I kind of not deserving of those gifted subs. Are you just saying? Frosty Steel. Who's that guy? He doesn't deserve that.
He's just he's stealing my heart away. No,
Oh boy.
yeah, but on the Apex side, um, uh, Joshua Jew's players, Judah the Jew, always a threat with the stick. Jacques Hammer has been a long time Apex. Qual Kyle, Nate Nitro, they're kind of rounding out the lineup. Amelia Milligan, of course, shout out to Jenny. And LSQ, I think, were they up last season? I can't remember. Or they were in the
Nope,
same.
they are a
That,
rookie.
yeah, so we got a rookie here in the lineup. I can't think of.
Two, Cal Pico
Oh yeah,
and
Cal
Mel.
Pico. Yeah, he's a for Flamingo, right? So
Yeah, both of them are. So thanks, Paz, for stealing two of my best batters.
yeah, well, all right, all right. Everyone bet under 50 wins for the Flamingo. I don't know I don't know what if there's bets on the Flamingos, but
Well, yeah, I mean, Anik's my new GM partner, so it's definitely going to be an under.
mm-hmm. Well, and you just hope that I sim as little as possible.
Out
So.
of the park.
All right, we've got another sub here from Sports Ghost 95. I can't see the hype train is in the way, but looks like we got a little bit more time on the prediction here. Be sure to get the channel points. We'll get opening pitch or first pitch here underway shortly.
Oh man, yeah, I mean, like honestly, like this is one of the both of these teams are I would say pretty evenly matched. So I'm pretty excited. So we got a bunch of new names and new places for this game, so it'll be fun to watch.
We got all in on the Apex according to Dogwood Maple. I love it. I love the commitment to the team.
He never sold his house from his Apex days. That's just dedication right there.
Well, I mean, real estate's a good investment, so yeah, for sure.
It's true. It's true.
All right.
I mean, Pat McAfee never left Indianapolis, and look where that got him.
Where podcasts?
Lots of money.
Well, yeah. You can't see the prediction. Yeah, Dodger, you might have to. I don't know. It's kind of clunky when you got a hype train and this when you got multiple notifications going off, but it's there. You gotta click the exactly. So, even Twitch mobile isn't that great. Oh, why am I connecting to chat? Oh, we back. We're back. Okay. Blame Parquad for sure. Okay. Let's get into it. Mr. Lord Sir of the Magistrate Parquad. What would you like to do? You want to do top half, bottom half, or you want to do kind of 2-5-2, or how do you want to?
Yeah, we can do 2-5-2.
Do 2-5-2. Okay. You want to start things off?
Yeah, I'll start it off. Let's go.
All right. First pitch is all you, my guy.
The first pitch of Cesar Azawaje in Nashville, taking it up against Jacques Hammer, center fielder and leadoff man for the Indianapolis Apex.
Woo!
All right, and Hammer, putting Hammer in that one into the gap there off Azawaje. And that will be a leadoff triple for the center fielder of the Apex. A 2-0 count that he puts one into the gap. Judah the Jew will go ahead and drive that one in. So a pop fly there, sac fly for the second, the 2-hole hitter, the first baseman. Nate Nitro coming up now, and he will pop out. There we go. That one took a little bit, but eventually will pop out to the center fielder. Oh, and Koala Kyle will hit that one down the line. That'll be extra bases. So we've got 2 extra base hits this inning to start it off for the Apex. Curtis McKenzie grounds out to short, so that will end the inning. However, the Apex jump out on front 1-0 here quickly. Let's see if the Stars can do something here to get back into this one early on. As Lalo Salamanca will hit that one deep into right field, and that one, is just caught at the wall. That could have been a tie game there, but unfortunately it is not. Aldrin Saw will ground out to the second baseman for the second out. And Albert Steiner will watch that one on the corner for strike 3 as Layla gets out of the first without anything going on here. Top of the second, now we got a Milligan coming up. And she'll watch that one go by for strike number 3. Out number 1 here. Cal Pico taking his first cuts. They got quite a few rookies in this lineup, and Pico goes down swinging for out number 2. Mudcat Skelton, the always reliable defensive man there up the middle. Oh, and he will get that one right over the third baseman's head for a 2-out single here. First pitch swinging there. Alexander Ileshu will swing through that one, and that one will be the top of the second over, as that 2-out hit will not come back to hurt them. Jeff Windsor coming up now for the Nashville, and he'll swing through that one, out number 1. Tony Yeboah, the first baseman for Nashville, coming up here with 1 out. And he'll swing through that one, out number 2. That is now the third strikeout there for Taranga Layla. Jose 43 and a quarter, I believe. Yep, that is Jose 43 and a quarter. Ooh, oh, as he almost used the little speed he had to beat it out, but he could not. That was a 1-2-3 inning there for Taranga Layla. Top of the third. Over to you, Dust.
All right, and top of the lineup for the Apex. Jacques Hammer's going to bounce out to the third baseman. No problem for Bailey Jones there, we'll see batting next. And Judah the Jew, the only RBI in this game to this point, striking out swinging. That is Azuaji's 4th strikeout. 1-2 count. Nitro gives this one a little ride, but it hangs up in left center. No problem for Adalbert Steiner. We go to the bottom of the third. Nashville starts trailing 1-0 with Bailey Jones leading things off. And Jones is going to draw the walk there on the full count. Pretty good battle back and forth between Leela and Jones. And now a deep fly to center, but right at Hammer. And hold on, we've got a wild pitch here.
Strike 3.
Runner in scoring position now, but Silliams cannot capitalize. That is a strikeout for number 2. Salamanca on the 3-1 count draws a walk. So runners in first and second, 2 down. Good opportunity for Aldrin Saab. Aldrin Saab will ground out to the third baseman, who whips it over to second for the fielder's choice. And end of 3. Top of the 4th we go. Koala Kyle set to lead things off, the Apex third baseman who got them out of the inning there. Giving this one a really good shot, but it's caught at the left center warning track. Nicely done to track it by Adalbert Steiner. Curtis McKenzie, the designated hitter, flies out to left, so 2 down quickly for the Apex. And now Amelia Milligan's going to get this over the center fielder's head, leaped for it but couldn't get it. And Milligan, greedy, going for 3, trying to be the second person to hit a triple in this game for the Apex, but is gunned down at third. You never want the third out at third, and that's why. Adalbert Steiner's up to start this bottom of the 4th. Nashville starts with how to run as Steiner grounds out to short. Windsor is going to fly out to left, no problem by Nate Nitro there. And Yeboah is going to give this one a little ride, but it hangs up. Thought it could have blooped in for a single, but it's going to be caught by the right fielder. 3 up, 3 down for the Nashville Stars offense. Or Apex are taking it back over here in the top of the 5th. Cal Pico, the strikeout. So Cesar Azuaje with strikeout number 5. And that ball, pretty good ride off of Mudcat Skelton bats, and it just clears the wall. A line drive home run. Apex double their lead now. It is a 2-0 ball game. Skelton with 2 hits today. Not really known for his offense, but making something happen here. Alexander Ilescu is going to bounce out to the first baseman, who dumps over the pitcher for out number 2. And then Jacques Hammer is going to get a hustle double. You'll love to see it. Has a double and a triple, so we're on a Hammer cycle watch, folks.
Strike 3.
But Judah the Jew cannot capitalize with runner in scoring position this time like he could on this first plate appearance. That is strike 3, and the top of the 5th is over. 2-0 lead for the Apex. Nashville Stars up in the bottom of the inning. And Jose 43 and a quarter with a good eye is going to draw the walk. That was like an 11-pitch at bat. And then Bailey Jones gets the Stars their first hit of this contest in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Great opportunity for Ian Deegan. Designated here for the Stars. Going to fly to left field. Do they send the runner? They do not.
Strike 3.
And then Silliams strikes out, swing in. So 2 missed opportunities here. Salamanca's going to need a single to score him, but strikes out on a big hack as well. Could feel the breeze up here in the booth. Lilo with 6 strikeouts. Only 1 hit allowed and 6 earned as we head to the top of the 6th. Nate Nitro, the Apex left fielder, is up and is going to get on base from an error Looks like a little error that by Awaze, but it is going to be a Qualikyle ground into a fielder's choice to follow it up. And then a 6-4-3 double play, the first one we've seen of the day. So McKenzie grounds out to Sav, who cleans it up. That will do it for the top of the 6th. Bottom we go. Aldrin Sav leading things off, and we'll draw a walk. So Leela's given up a few walks here, 4 walks in just 5 innings. Maybe that's a strategy. And that one falls somehow, so Steiner gets on base with a hit, but then bounces out in the 4-6-3 double play for 2 outs. Runner does advance to third. Yabo with an RBI opportunity is going to get a single, and the Stars will score the first run for them in this game. The bloop single from Tony Yeboah makes it a 1-2 ball game in the bottom of 6. Stars maybe not done yet. 43 1/4, giving this one a ride, but caught by Nitro and left. That will do it. Top of the 7th we go. 2-1 ball game. Still could go any which way. Beta Chapler's also entered the game, by the way, so good outing for Taranga Leela, but Leela's night's done.
Strike 3.
Also done for the night is Cesar Azawaje. Juan Rodriguez has entered the game, striking out the first batter he faces, Milligan. Now bring up
Strike 3.
Pico. Pico striking out on a big hack as well. So now Mudcat Skeleton due up.
Strike 3.
And striking out the side is bullpen arm Juan Rodriguez. 1-2-3. I don't even know if they touched the ball. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Bailey Jones, who had that first hit of the Stars, kind of helped get the offense woken up a little bit. It's going to fly out to center. They'll bring up Hirahara, pinch hitting here in the DH spot. And Hirahara is going to leg out an infield single.
Strike 3.
And Silliams with another strikeout here. That is the Golden Sombrero. 3 strikeouts on the day.
Strike 3.
And Salamanca's also going to strike out. So Beta Chapler is trying to shut the door here in the 7th. Parquad, we go back to the 8th. Real close ball game still here in Nashville.
Yeah, very exciting one we got here as both offensive kind of picking up at the same time with ILSU going down there to start the 8th here. We'll see if the Indianapolis Apex can keep their slight lead, but their offense is kind of getting shut down by Juan Rodriguez here, so maybe the Nashville Stars still have a chance.
Strike 3.
As Rodriguez strikes out the side right there. All right, we go bottom 8 here, and the 2, 3, 4 guys coming up for Nashville, so the heart of their lineup. So let us see if they can do something. That will not be. That's going to be out number 1 there for Saab, grounding out to second. Albert Steiner will go ahead and hit one into center, and that will be out number 2. Jeff Windsor. Ooh, a hard hit ball, but right to the third baseman for the final out. So Beta Chapler gets them to go 1, 2, 3. Top 9 here. Last chance for Indy to put on some insurance here before the bottom of the 9th. Nate Nitro will start it off, beating it out, using that speed to get an infield single to start the top of the 9th. However, he will get taken out there at second by a fielder's choice, but the runner will get back to first. And then, just like that, Curtis McKenzie will ground into the double play to end the inning. So last chance here for the Nashville Stars. Bottom of the 9th, we've got Tony Yeboah, Jose 43 1/4, and Bailey Jones coming up against Kevin McThumper. And that is an absolute rocket, but directly to the right fielder as Yeboah hit a hard ball right at the outfielder. Jose 43 1/4 will ground out to short. Last chance, full count, Bailey Jones, and he will watch that one go by. All right, tying run at first, and Hirahara comes up, and they swing through that one, and that will be the ball game. McThumper that gets the save here, 2-1 in favor of the Indianapolis Apex over the Nashville Stars.
All right, well done, Primetime Indy. If you know, you know. They get the first win live on stream here. Checking it out, looks like a solid day for Hammer and Skeleton. That was kind of the offense for the Apex. 2 runs just enough in this case, low-scoring affair. Nashville just could not string much together. They had over double the left on base at the Apex, and I think that kind of says it all there. Pitching-wise, both starters did incredibly well, but ultimately 2 runs just not enough. Awaje is going to get the loss despite the quality start, and Lilo the dub and player of the game. Let's take it around the league. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, game number one outside here. We got the Vancouver Vandals taking down the San Antonio Sloths in a score of 6-1. On San Antonio's side, not much offense. It's all the offense coming from three players with Zane Cole, James Lutz, and Lujay Lanikai getting multi-hit games. On Vancouver's side, only two batters not getting hits with multi-hit games from Swerve Jr. and Shrub. Going down to the pitching now, Chidro Napoyo will take the loss, Donahue the win, and the player of the game as well will go to Phil Donahue.
All right, and just a heads up, we do have a prediction live, so wager your channel points. Who scores first, Voyagers or Buffalo? It looks like the Voyagers are going to be up to bat first, so if that makes your decision any different. But here we go. Outer Banks Aviators shutting out the Providence Crabs on the road, 1-0. Big day for Cole Kim, 3 hits, half the offense there, but very, very low scoring game in Providence. A couple hits for Whiskey Fuse. Pitching wise, Pax Torrent pitching super well, 7 1/3 and 12 strikeouts, and gonna take the loss. Gianna Morgan gets the win, 7 innings, 5 strikeouts, and Ottav comes in for the save. Gianna Morgan, your player of the game.
All right, next up here, we have the Surge taking an 8-6 victory over New York. And a very offensive game here. As on New York side, only two batters not getting hits with multi-hit games here from Cove, Frankenstero, and the other Cove at the bottom of the lineup. On Buffalo, only one player that did not get a base hit. However, he also got on, so everybody in the lineup getting on base there with multi-hit games from Wizard, Cookie Monster, Mustard and Mustard, and one other guy there. But pitching side, Parco will take the loss. Bazooka Joe will get the no decision on the other side with Delete the Index, the win, and Hackenbush the save. Player of the game is going to be Cookie Monster.
All right. Parco is washed just like my player. I can relate. It looks like the Raptors, there were some close games. This was not one I was thinking that was close. It must have flicked past. I was watching a few of them on the out-of-town scoreboard, but the Boise Raptors walk it off in the bottom of the 10th, 6-5 over Toronto Pathfinders here. Couple nice days for Katter and Pilsudski, as well as looks like 2-run homer from Zach Johnson Jr. Xavier McMagic, shout out to Reno, getting it done with 3 hits and 5 at bats there, and everyone else on the Raptors squad getting a hit as well. Jordan Gonzalez, I think, with a dinger. Neymar Kova gets to start, no decision. They were out early, so Tiny Chef, Cruiser, Berger. I mean, it was a committee of Boise Raptors pitchers doing damage control, and they did very well. Cook ultimately with the win. Starscream pitched been pretty decent, 7 1/3, 3 earned and 9 strikeouts. But Mars going to take the loss, and your player of the game is Starscream. We move over to the champions, Space Rangers, Demons.
As Lunar Base takes a big victory here against Detroit, 7-1. Big offensive day there for Lunar Base, and all coming from the bottom of their lineup with Allison Chains going 3 for 4, and then Cross Erickson, Blair Boyan, and Rake in the Lake all getting 2 hits with 5 RBI going to Rake in the Lake. It looks like a lot of that came off of a 3-run home run. On Detroit's side, lots of hits, but unfortunately couldn't get those into runs with multi-hit games from Granholm, Apollo, Jackinson, and Tony Gunk Jr. Going down to pitching now, we have Lunar Base's Mano Wright getting the win, their first of the year, and Hugh Mann taking the loss for Detroit. Player of the game is going to be Rake in the Lake.
Okay. Cancun Toros winning 7-1. Similar score here to the New Orleans Rougarou. Only 4 total hits for the Rougarou. Looks like Strobel Jr., the solo home run, is the only run support they got. Big day for Jackson, Blue Sky at the top of the lineup, as well as JQ there in the middle of the lineup with a couple hits and a couple RBIs. Looks like a home run in there. And Croc's out as well. Johnny Quest going to get the win in the start. 8 innings and 12 strikeouts, only giving up 1. Sportsboy 57 is going to take the loss, and Johnny Quest is going to be your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have a 11-inning 1-run ball game here going to DVS over Seattle as they scored a 1 run in the top of the 11th. Only 4 hits for DVS's side, and that 1 run coming from Brandville Ostman. On Seattle's side, also not much offense. Shane Knox did have multiple hits, but that was about it. Johnny Tsunami going 9 straight innings and not getting a decision. Petrovic will get the win in relief. Tull, the no decision, going 8 strong innings with only 3 base runners. And Cassius Bright will take the loss for Seattle. Player of the game is going to be Johnny Tsunami.
All right, just a reminder again as we go over to the minor leagues too. Get your predictions in. Who will score first? New York Voyagers or Buffalo Surge? New York Voyagers bats are going to be up first. But until that game, which we'll have on stream next, it's the State College Swift Steeds taking down the Puerto Rico Ranas 7-2. A lot of hits coming at the top of the order, actually all around. 14 total hits for the Swift Steeds, and Yoshironi, Grove, Bear, all at the top doing work. Barrow at the catcher spot, bat 9 hole, and a shout out, of course, to my boy 4D Chest, Calvin Cool Crab. Puerto Rico did get a good amount of hits in this game, but only 2 runs to show for it. Barry and Cove, kind of the bulk of the offense for Puerto Rico. It's going to be Aria. Wait, we have another Aria? Artemis Aria. Ooh, all right. I'm ready for it. Well, not really if they go to OBX again, but or Seattle or whatever. Anyway, I've lost both. I've lost both Arias. Trust me. 6 innings and 2 earned for Aria is going to take the loss. All the Girls You Love Before with the win, 5 innings, scoreless innings at that, and All the Girls You Love Before is your player of the game.
All right, next up we have the Amarillo Armadillos taking a 5-2 victory over the Lemurs. Lots of hits in this game, 25 total hits with those 7 runs. On Amarillo's side, looks like all but one batter getting a hit here with big games from Ruiz, Gordon, and Murphy at first there. Louisville side, multi-hit games from Franco, Denstro, and Beatty Jr., but then Josh Allen at the 2-hole going 3 for 5. So nice offensive day all around the horn. Salad will take the win, Bread the hold, and Lieberth the save. Roberts will take the loss on Louisville's side, and your player of the game will be Jeff Salad.
Okay, let's do it to Flamingos. They never win when I stream. 7-5 victory for the Bears over Florida in Florida. Florida man crying everywhere. Rhino Leg with a big day for the Bears. 4 hits and 5 at-bats. Couple hits for Ixon and Argent as well as Gonzalez Jr. So that top 5 batters, Bruce City doing a bunch of work. In the Florida batting world, a couple hits for DeVille and McQueen, and the 3 RBIs for Dan King. But so able to make the most of his opportunities there. But yeah, ultimately 5 runs not enough in this contest. It's going to be Riggs, no decision. The start, Bears going to get the win for Bruce City. Teddy Furnace, Theodore Furnace there with the loss, and Rhino Leg is your player of the game.
All right, next up here, we have another barn burner. 2-0 win for Chicago over California. So lots of hits, but no offense for California's side. They had multi-hit games from Archer. Unruly Rowdy Diamonds are clear, not cloudy. I think I got that one all right. And then Jolly getting multi-hits there. On Chicago's side as well, having a couple multi-hit games from Blanco and Simmons the third. Pitching, Mick43 will take the no decision. Lord the loss. On Chicago's side, Heiderscheid will get the win, and Bugsy with the Heelys, the save. Player of the game is going to be Vincent Heiderscheid.
Okay, and finally we have the Wheelie Boys winning 5-4, staving off the Kansas City Hepcats. Looks like 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th were enough to give them the lead and hold on to it. A couple hits for Don Marcus, and then just some scattered hits throughout. I feel like a weatherman when I say that. Anyway, we've got the Wheelers getting a couple hits from Ziegler, a couple RBIs from him, as well as Wallace with 2 hits, and a G with a solo shot in the bottom of the lineup. Slams. That's a new name. I like it. With a dinger as well. Gorman Spiel to start for KC. No decision. Definitely not Kevin Cho's going to take the loss. That guy's still around, I guess. Guy Manuel Luar is going to get the start. No decision there. Kinsella with the win. And Abernathy Jr. with the save. Your player of the game is Guy Manuel Luar. And that will do it for minors. First day, we'll go over to the majors. We better save because I get the feeling it's going to crash. I thought what was interesting is like we had a lot of road teams win, about 5 road teams win on opening day, and I thought the Pathfinders were going to make it 6 there. So we'll see if that changes for day 2. Let's advance the day, and before that, we have to do our obligatory crash. So we'll be right back.
It's almost like you predicted it.
Yeah, should have had a side prediction over under will we crash. or a
Yeah.
yes or no. All right, I can't show Parquad the super secret password here.
That's too much power. I don't want to know that one.
Yeah, me neither. All right. After hacking the mainframe, we're back. No outcomes changed, so don't worry. I mean, some teams might want a different outcome, so maybe they are. They're not mad. They're just disappointed, or whatever. Anyway, let's get into game two. This is just a featured matchup. Our primetime two will be was it DVS and San Antonio? I think was our primetime two there. That'll be the last stream of the night. So let's get into this featured matchup. Buffalo Surge hosting the New York Voyagers, a divisional matchup. Prediction is done, so we're going to get this game going quick here. I will start things off if you want to take the middle of it, and we'll go from there.
Right on.
All right, let's do it. Mio Hooper, the ace here in this one, going to be pitching to Jimmy D, James Dion himself. First pitch coming right now. We've got a who will score first. Keep an eye on that, folks. Looks like a nice day in Buffalo to play some baseball. James Dion's going to start things off with a 3-pitch strikeout and bring up Bellet Cove. Cove is going to fly out to deep left center. It's caught by Forbes Jr. And now with 2 down, Franklin DeMars, the left fielder, up. Shortstop able to get to that one, no problem, for out number 3. 1-2-3, the Voyagers go. Bottom of the first, Forbes Jr., OTP Wizard, and Cookie Monster all set to bat. Mike Forbes Jr. is going to bounce out to the second baseman for out number 1.
Strike
Over
three.
to OOTP Wizard, who strikes out swinging. Cookie Monster with 2 down is due up, nobody on. And on the 2-2 count, he takes a big hack. So Crawford with a 1-2-3 inning himself. Frank Ancero is going off here in the top of the second, facing against Mio Hooper. Going to strike out swinging, so that's Hooper's second strikeout here. TGP, longtime Voyager, been playing incredibly well the last couple seasons. Bounces out to the second baseman for a quick out number 2. Full count to Squints Palidorus, who's going to draw the walk. So we got our first base run of the game, and then, an errant pickoff attempt by Hooper is going to get Palidorus to second, but will not come back to haunt him. Jeffy Cove bounces out to the shortstop to end the inning. So Buffalo error doesn't mean anything here. Mustard and Mustard going off in the bottom of the second, and we're going to have our first hit in this ball game. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Good for extra bases. Sliding double for Mustard and Mustard. RBI opportunity for first baseman De'Aaron Taylor. Taylor's giving this one a ride, and that is going to be bouncing off the wall in the Buffalo Surge. Not Scourge. That would be cool, though. Scored our first run of the game, 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Denstro due up with a great runner in scoring position opportunity, but it's going to be a foul out to opposing catcher. Now Calavera with 1 down, runner on second, flies out to left field. No problem for DeMars.
Strike 3.
And Vidal Valor Jr. is going to strike out swinging. So Buffalo coming across for 1 run and a couple hits. Top of the third, we go to New York.
Strike 3.
All right, and starting it off there, Joey Moose will watch that one go by. Or for strike 3, 3 strikeouts now for Mio Hooper. Errol Cove coming
Strike
up now, and they will swing through that one for strike 3 as well. Back-to-back strikeouts to start third. James Dion coming up now.
Strike 3.
And that will be strikeout number 4 there, or excuse me, number 5, as Mio Hooper strikes out the side in the third. Bottom of third we go, Hulk Savage, the third
Strike
baseman
3.
coming up here, and he'll go down swinging. It's now 4 straight strikeouts. Mike Forbes Jr. coming up now, 2-2 count.
Strike 3.
Make that 5 straight strikeouts. All right, OTP Wizard, let's see if he can break that. And he will with a single that he's going to start to run, and he does. He stretches it into a double. Extra bases here with 2 outs from OOTP Wizard. Cookie Monster will pop fly into right, and that will be the final out. So nothing comes of that 2-out double. Bottom of the third is over. Top of the fourth we go with Bellick Cove leading off for New York. And he will hit that one hard into right, but the right fielder able to make the grab for out number 1. And DeMars hits an absolute laser there to the right fielder, but that will get down for a single. And that'll be another single to right field from Frankenstero as DeMars goes first to third on that one. So you got runners at the corners, 1 out for TGP, and that'll be right to the right fielder for out number 2. Pallador's coming up now, and that'll get down in front of the left fielder. Tie ball game here from New York. All right, F-ish Cove coming up now. Let's see if he can do something. And he will get another single. All right, they're going to send the runner, and they do, and that will be a 2-run scored now, so a 2-1 lead for New York. Joey Moose, the shortstop, coming up now. Full count, and he rips one down the left field line. That'll be extra bases. That'll score 1. They send the second runner, and that'll score 2. They get a 4-run inning now for New York here in the top of the fourth. Errol Cove, the right fielder, coming up now, and that'll be another hit, as that'll be 5 runs here as Cove moves up to second base. As the hit parade is going on right now. Let's see if James Dyan can continue it as he hits a hard grounder to third, and that will be it. But 5 runs come across for New York in the top of the fourth to make a 5-1 ball game. All right, bottom of the fourth now. Let's see if the Buffalo Surge can do anything about that. And they'll start it off good there with a walk by Mustard and Mustard. Ooh, and then a passed ball there, or wild pitch, looks like. And that'll move the runner up to second. But Taylor watches that one go by for strike 3 and out number 1. Tunch Denstro coming up. And he will ground out to the first baseman. Ooh, and then Calavera will draw the walk. So you got runners at the corners, 2 outs here for Vidal Valor Jr., who dribblers to the pitcher, and that will be it. So there we go. Couldn't get anything going with 2 runners on there with 2 outs. Top of the fifth now. Bellick Cove leading it off. And he will watch that one go by for ball 4 and a leadoff walk here from New York. And Cove takes off for second, and he'll be in there easily. Oh, the throw is errant, and he will end up at third. And just like that, you got a runner at third here, and the ground ball to short will drive them home after Wally Choi comes in to make it a 6-1 ball game now.
Out of the park.
Frankenstero up, and they will ground. Oh, no, as the animation, I should have known, the diving animation leading to a bobble at first.
Without fail.
Without fail, every time. But TGP will fly out to center. You got Palladorus now, and that'll be ball 4. So you got runners at first and second. 2 outs here for F-ish Cove, and that's an absolute rocket into the right field wall. That'll be 1, and they don't send the second, so now it is 7-1 in favor of New York. Joey Moose coming up now.
Just a crazy, crazy amount of gifted subs here from Adalbert Steiner fan. We've got some going to Taco Shop, Leatherneck Mike, Patey 11 there, Captain SB. Appreciate you, Adalbert Steiner fan.
That's now 15 gifted subs today for him, so thanks a lot. Appreciate that a lot. But quickly here in the bottom of the fifth, we get 2 quick outs from Buffalo. OTP Wizard coming up now, and he will get on base. All right, you got a 2-out base runner here, Buffalo. Let's see if they need to get some offense quickly. And, ooh, no, as Cookie Monster can't quite beat that one out, as that was a very much a bang-bang play for out number 3. Errol Cove leading it off here in the top of the 6th, and that'll be out number 1 there from Wally Choi. James Dyan coming up now, and that'll be out number 2. Bellick Cove, and he'll swing through one. All right, a 1-2-3 in Wally Choi. Exactly what Buffalo needs to finally stop the New York offense and try and get back into this game. Bottom 6 we go with Mustard and Mustard leading off, and that'll be walk. All right, lead off walks. I think Mustard and Mustard has gotten on now 3 times in this game. As Taylor will pop out in the left round number 1.
Strike 3.
Denstro strikes out there for out number 2. Idle Anchovy is now in the game. Calavera draws the walk. So 2 on, 2 outs here for Vidal Valor Jr. Full count. And now putting through that to end the inning. All right, that one clocked in at 102 miles an hour from I Love Anchovy there very quick.
Hey, I'm going to take this. You sound like, Walmart brand Daft Punk here. So, hold on.
Well, that's not
Franklin DeMar is going to lead things off with a single, and now Frankenstero up, strikes out swinging. 1 on, 1 out for TGP. That's a shot down the right field line. That is going to be good for a double. Runner gets to third. So we got DeMars on third, TGP on second with Squints Palidorus up. PM Schramm deals, and that is an infield single. Squints 42 speed, getting him the infield single. Now an 8-1 ball game with runners at the corners. And then that is a backdoor pick. Got Palidorus on first for 2 outs. Jeff E. Cove, or Afij Cove, is going to draw the walk runners in the corners. 2 down. Moose cannot capitalize. Strikeout swinging with runners in the corners. So the Voyagers scratch across another run. Bottom of the 7th we go.
Strike 3.
Now Hulk Savage due up for the Buffalo Surge. That is a strikeout swinging. Mike Forbes Jr. due up. And that is going to be a bounce out to the second baseman. 1 out. OTP Wizard draws the walk, so 2 down, 1 on. Cookie Monster is up as OTP Wizard steals second. 0-2 count for Wizard and strikes out swinging. So the Surge not really able to capitalize much with runners in scoring position here. Top of the 8th we go, 8-1. As Errol Cove strikes out swinging. Or looking, I think. And then a strikeout swinging by James Dion. Does not have a hit this contest. Bellet Cove now due up. And we'll get a 2-out base hit. Past the third baseman's outstretched arms for a single. And that is going to be a stolen base by Bellet Cove. And DeMar single up the middle. Do they send the runner? They do. So Bellet Cove scores on the RBI single from DeMar. It's 9-1 ball game. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. The Voyagers have been incredible at capitalizing on with 2 outs. Frankenstero pops it out to second baseman, and that will do it for the top of the 8th. Bottom of the inning we go. Mustard M. Mustard is going to line this one directly to James Dion in center. De'Aaron Taylor now, Buffalo's first baseman, gets a single to center. 1 on, 1 out for Tunch Denstro, who singles up the middle. Center fielder getting a lot of action as James Dion throws out De'Aaron Taylor trying to get to third.
Strike 3.
From first, and that will come back to cost them, or haunt them as Calaveras strikes out swinging bottom of the 8th. So not many opportunities left for Buffalo here in this one. New York trying to pour on some more runs. TGP draws a walk. Nobody out. As TGP swipes second. So Palidorus with the runner in scoring position. Bounces out to the shortstop. TGP has to hold. And Cove now is going to bounce out to the shortstop as well. So runner can't go anywhere. Joey Moose is going to get an RBI. Sliding head first. TGP safe at home. 10-1 here in this ball game. Voyagers with 10 unanswered runs in this ball game. Arrow Cove strikes out swinging, and that will do it. Buffalo, bottom of the 9th. Valor Jr., Hulk Savage, and Mike Forbes Jr. all up. Valor Jr. is going to fly out to left field. That's 1 out. Now ground out to second by Hulk Savage. Mike Forbes Jr. draws the walk, keeps the game alive for a little bit. OTP Wizards been an on-base fiend today, but we'll dribble this one to the catcher, and Palidorus swings it over to first for the final out of this game. Voyagers with a drubbing here. They win 10-1 over the Buffalo Surge.
All right, well, hopefully I'm not as robot-y the rest of the afternoon.
I don't know what it was. It was fine for a bit, and then it just kind of dwindled. Yeah, great game from a lot of the Voyagers bats here. 13 total hits for the team. Everyone just hitting the tar off the ball. They also drew quite a few walks, 5 walks drawn. Buffalo, 6 hits, only 1 run to show for it. Not going to get it done in this contest. Mio Hooper with the loss. Xavier Crawford with the dub, and your player of the game.
All right, another close game for your Crabs, walking it off there, 7-6 over OBX. It was like a 2-run home run there from Joe Shiesty Jr. His second home run of the day was a walk-off winner. So there you go, big offensive day from Providence with Joe Shiesty Jr. leading the way with his 2 home runs. Beat Mr. Alligator with multi-hits, Benito with multi-hits, and then Cove with 3 RBI. OBX's side, 15 hits, but what do you and I always say? Hits don't matter.
Hits don't matter.
Hits don't matter. As it's like everybody in OBX's lineup had multi-hits basically there.
Yeah,
As
sorry,
Benny
scroll down through
Nah,
too fast, but yeah, I mean,
I think all but 2 of them did not have multi-hits. So I mean,
and the one who
lots
didn't,
of
I think, had
offense.
a home run. No, never mind. Donuts didn't, but yeah, no, it's
But Benny Sheets making his debut in OBX, and it's not looking the best as he takes the no decision out of the hold, and then Williams will get the loss and blown save. Choi with the no decision, and DePotson the win out of relief for the Providence Crabs. Joe Shiesty Jr. will go ahead and be player of the game. And then I saw that Henry struck out 5 times in that game. Unfortunate.
no. Toronto Pathfinders in the win column for the first time this season, but we only played through 2 games. It's still pretty early, but close one. We've seen a lot of close games here. 1 run decided the previous one against the Raptors. 1 run decides this. Larson with a solid day, as well as Mo Love in the middle of the lineup there. Larson with that home run in the 9th to give him the lead. Boise getting 1 run on 3 total team hits. Ovechkin's going to go a complete game. Give up 2 runs, going to take the loss. Cy Duck, 8 innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 earned, gets the dub, and Jacques Toussaint with the save. Cy Duck is your player of the game.
All right, and we have another late inning game here as San Antonio scores 3 in the top of the 9th to take the 8-5 victory over Vancouver. On San Antonio's side, they have 9 hits there, multi-hit games coming from Big Vito, Colt, and Fresca, with Fresca having 3 RBI, same as Slendy Longpipe, both of them having 3-run home runs. On Vancouver's side, stretching out, only 1 player not getting a hit in the lineup with multi-hits from Dobson at short. Sahlberg for San Antonio will get the no decision. Marvell the win in relief with Kimura the save. Vancouver side, Lothbrook will take the no decision, and Fring the loss. Player of the game is going to be Antonio Fresca.
Okay, swing it over to the Champions Conference. Indianapolis Apex getting their 2nd win of the season over the Nashville Stars here. 3-2, a very close game for sure. A couple hits for Milligan and Cal Pico, a couple rookies there in that Indianapolis lineup. Jacques Hammer also with a couple hits, so I think that's Milligan's first career home run. No, Milligan's been in the Apex for a while. Why am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Pico. That's the rookie. Anyway, I just like Jenny. Come at me. We're teammates in Colorado for ISFL. Anyway, Salamanca with a home run at the top line, a couple hits, but not a lot of offense for this Nashville squad. Claudaddy's going to take the loss in the start for Nashville. Didn't pitch bad, though. 6 1/3, 3 earned, and 8 strikeouts. Rove is going to get the win, and McThumper the save. Amelia Milligan, your player of the game. And we go to Demons, yep.
Yeah, and the Demons here getting a 4-1 victory over the Lunar Base Space Rangers, as I believe it was 7-1, I think, the first game. So them getting a little bit of revenge there against Lunar Base early on. Only 5 hits for Lunar Base, and not really anything too impressive outside of the Jeff Newman home run. Detroit side, though, Granholm leading it off with 3 hits. You got Burnside with 2 hits and 2 RBI, and then Jackinson with 2 hits as well. Going down to the Lunar Base side for pitching it. Yep. Macarena will take the loss. Page will get the win, and Williams will get the save there for Detroit. And player of the game is also going to go to Vader Page.
Okay, the Cancun Toros winning 5-2 over the New Orleans squad of the Rougarou variety. Jackson with a 3-hit day, couple RBIs mixed in there. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, a couple hits, as well as JQ in there with a couple singles, it looks like. New Orleans getting Sad Vicar's bat woken up 3 for 4 day, nicely done, and Shanahan with a solo home run, also a triple for Manuel Bangs. Shout out to Leafer. Matt Stroh with the dub for Cancun, 7 1/3, fanning 12 batters, and Ryan Knock the save. Connie North's going to take the loss for New Orleans, and Matt Stroh's your player of the game. Knock season indeed, Mr. Nospace, indubitably.
All right,
I like
next up
look at
here
this
we
plateau. Look at this plateau. It's just like
yeah,
that's like
it's
what you see in the desert. I mean, it is appropriate, I guess. It's Death
that
Valley.
shows Florida right there.
Okay.
But Death Valley will go ahead and have the big victory over Seattle, 10-2 here. Let's look at all those hits. As you got Kulik Warren with a 3-for-6 day with 4 RBI, Max Bauer and Rake Slammer as well as Gladdy Ferrero getting multi hits, and then Osman getting 2 RBI down there as well. On Seattle side, it did get 8 hits, but 6 of them coming from 3 batters with Miss, Hayes, and Allard getting multi hit days. On Death Valley side, Lebowski will get the win. Gerd will take the loss on Seattle side, and your player of the game will be Jake Kulik Warren.
All right. That'll wrap up majors. We do have a prediction up, folks, so be sure to wager your points. We have the Death Valley Scorpions and Seattle Seaserms. We're going to see Game 3 of this matchup here. Will Seattle get in the win column for the first time this season? Over under 19.5 total hits right now. The under's got a few more points than the over. I don't know. It's pretty close. I mean, they had 20 hits this game, so it could be close. Could be a pitcher's duel, though. You never know. Minor league time, we have the Flamingos getting in the win column. It was all me. I did it. I was the best. No, it was all Parquad. Anyway, yes.
Nah, it's all unique
look
now.
look at that. Look at that. If they would have had 7 walks and 7 strikeouts, that would have only been the only thing making that box score more perfect. But big day for Timothy Jimothy Jr., the catcher there. 3 hits, 7 RBIs. We'll have to see if that ties or sets a record for the Flamingos. Yeah, a lot of offense there. And Bruce
Holy
City,
cow. Yeah, 3 run and a grand slam.
yeah, that'll do it. 2 home runs with hey, making it, clutch batting. Some people are like, RBIs is a team stat. I'm like, it is, but somebody's still got to hit the ball, with runners on base. Anyway, Patterson and Streamer with a couple hits. Shout out to Hound Streamer. I think I saw Laptop Hound in the chat here. Dizzy Stoner is going to get the win for the Flamingos. 6 1/3, 3 earned, and 6 strikeouts. Leah Squirrel with a 3 1/3 outing, giving up 7, takes the loss. Timothy Jr., your player of the game, and I think that makes sense. But I don't see a record here, so I guess you need to get 17 RBIs to get a record.
All right, next up here we have the California Firehawks putting down the Chicago Kingpins 7-1. Very good game there from the offense on California side, led by T1000, and then of course Rowdy. Why would Yosh not have a fantastic game here? 3 for 4 with 2 RBI, and then New Fan the catcher with 2 for 4, 4 RBI there as well. On Chicago side, not much offense coming from them. But they did have a multi-hit there from Jalexi Alexander towards the bottom. And then Kent Murphy II walking 4 times in the game. So that's pretty impressive. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
California's pitching, Schlossberg will take the no decision. Sim Wakefield the win. On Chicago's pitching side, Sam McKellis Jr. will take the loss. And, of course, Unruly Rowdy Diamonds are clear, not cloudy, will be your player of the game for California.
Okay, we've got the Ranas winning 13-5, getting a little revenge over the Swift Steeds, so that series evened up at 1 apiece. Big offensive day for them. Froggy Boys, Justice Jr. with a 4-hit, 3 RBI day, 3 hits for Berezowski's. Is that Steel Stern or different? Yeah, Steel Stern. I mean, just 19 total hits. My goodness. State College side is a couple hits for Cool Crab, Asaro, Yupi, and Bear, but not able to really. I mean, 5 runs would be good, but it's less than 13. That's the loss. That's some John Madden analytics for you. RIP to the GOAT. Lycan is going to get the win. 6 innings, 1 earned, pitching extremely well. Chappie McChapperson's going to take the loss, 4 2/3, giving up 4. And Tex Justice Jr. is your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have another long game without runs as Anchorage Wheelers will take the 1-0 win in the bottom of the 10th off a Sino Slams walk-off home run against the former team of Daylight there. Kansas City, 8 hits, only 1 player in the lineup not getting a hit, but can't do anything with that if you don't score. As, again, hits don't matter. Come on, guys. Just figure it out. Just hits don't matter.
It's even more amplified when Parquad's in the chat, too. So
exactly.
They don't matter when I stream. They really don't matter when he's with me streaming.
It's just if it's not out of the park, what's the point? It's literally the name of the game, guys. But Anchorage is only getting 4 hits with that solo home run from Sino Slams. Workman getting the no decision. T-shirt cutter the loss. On Anchorage decides Fisher the no decision, and Abernathy Jr. the win. Player of the game is going to go to Herbert Fisher.
Old Bert Fisher with the player of the game. We got Lemurs not, even things up, so it's a seesaw affair in the minor leagues here. 3-1 victory for Lolaville. A couple hits for Randberg and a Josh Allen solo home run, as well as Carl Beatty Jr. That's the offense for Louisville. The Amarillo side, it's a couple hits for Gordon and Mills, just not too many, not really anything happening in the rest of the lineup. Arcanum pitching incredibly well, 8 innings, giving up 3. They're leaving. I like it when the minor leagues are leaving their starters out there. It's a lot more fun. But Louisville, Brian Eshelman Jr. is going to get the win. Bubbles with the save, and Eshelman Jr. is your player of the game. So that'll do it here. We'll advance the day and get ready for DVS and Seattle Champions matchup. Champions West matchup, that is, I believe. I think this game might favor the Scorpions just a touch, but Seattle hasn't gotten a win yet, and I'll just make a statement here. I really think Detroit is one of the top teams in the Champions and in the PB for that matter, but there is a world where Seattle makes the playoffs over Detroit, I think. So, but we'll see.
I mean, when you got Chris Angel, Mind Freak on your team, I think anything's possible.
Oh yeah. That 31 overall carrying.
Hey, that's all 31 in defense. That's what's most important.
Defense is all that matters. Weird way to spell Indy. Yeah, Indy's there. They could do stuff.
I mean, they are led by the great Mudcat Skeleton, of course, in Indy, but
Yep. They have players. Be sure to get your channel points in here. Looks like about 8.3 thousand, 8,300 if you will, on the over 19.5 hits, 7.5 on the under. So just a modest little wager here. But yeah, I think right now, I mean, Death Valley's looking like obviously a playoff. Play it like a playoff team in terms of on paper, and if they make the playoffs, I think they're a World Series contender. Obviously, they have a tough road to get there with Cancun and Lunar Base in their conference. So, but
yeah, it's always a tough ride for them. But when you got jerseys that look like that, can you really fault them
was
for
that
not
a
doing
charity
well?
thing or what? That's
I would believe it is, but if not,
I mean, they're
either
kind of
way.
nice actually. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. I like that. How much do we have to donate to keep those? For like every season, forever. Anyway.
All right, I will do the middle since
Yep.
you did most of the game last time.
Sounds good. Here we go. First pitch coming from Cookie to Rusty Salmon Arms, the leadoff catcher. You don't see that too much, but you see it in Death Valley. Hard to argue with the results because they get dubs, baby. Looks like a nice day for baseball in Seattle. Not raining, which is a surprise. And that bounces off the pitcher. Shortstop able to throw it over to first to get the out. So we've got a bang play, literally. Cookie looks to be okay as he's pitching to the second batter. And able to go 1, 2, 3.
Chris Angel, Mind Freak, anything happens.
Anything happens. Chris Angel, the Mind Freak, just like bended that ball toward him. Crazy. Anyway, Shane Knox is going to line out. Hard hit ball to center field counterpart in Osman. And then Shia Miss is going to strike out swinging. That's out number 2. Houston Hayes, lifeblood of the Seattle offense for a long time. Maybe he'll get some more help this season, but is going to, in the interim, fly out to center. 1, 2, 3. The Sea Serpents bats go with Rake Slammer, not Slam Raker, to up. I don't think we have a Slam Raker in the PB, but that would be funny. If anyone's looking for recreate ideas, I'm here all day. So Slammer gets on base, and then all too well 10-minute version with a fly out to center. It's 1 down. Kuma bounces out into a 4-6-3 double play. Nicely turned. Allard to Chris Angel. Back to Shia Miss to clean up the top of the second. Bottom of the inning we go. Alyssa Jacob set to go, and Alyssa Jacob's going to fly out to left field. That is out number 1. Harley Quinn, Seattle's catcher, is going to ground out to the pitcher, Giuseppe Jones. No problem with that. And Piranha Plant is going to bounce out to the first baseman, dumps it back to Jones. 1, 2, 3. The Sea Serpents bats go. Who will strike first? No runs, no hits, no nothing through 2 full innings.
All right, we got Gladdy Ferrero stepping up here. Full count, strike 3 as he swings through that one for out number 1. Brandel Ostman, the center fielder, coming up now. And that will be a hard hit ball. Oh, no. Well, that one I thought was a real dive, but apparently not. That'll be an error to get the first base runner in this game here. That'll be a pop out in left field for out number 2 by Ray Card. And then, they tried to get him at first, but that one goes past for error number 2. And then a pass ball gets the runner to third. And then a walk for Rusty Salmon Arms.
That was a lot of series of events just for a stupid walk. Jesus.
Yeah, and then there's the first hit of the game from Kulik Warren, putting that one in the left field corner against the shift, so the runner's able to go first to third and score. For so a 2-out. They are going to call that one a double, so there we go. And then, that one is demolished over the wall, of course, by none other than Max Power. A 2-run home run after poor Cookie had a rough outing here to now all of a sudden be down 4-0.
Oppo Taco.
Yeah, let's see if he can get out of it, and he does here. Rake Slammer will go ahead and ground out, but 4 runs put up on the board for DVS, and none of them earned for poor Cookie. Webster Rochka will go ahead and lead this one off for Seattle, but he'll ground out to the third baseman. Theo Allard checks the swing, but that'll be strike number 3. Chris Angel, the mind freak himself, the shortstop, coming up here. And he'll swing through that one, and that will be out number 3. All right, top of the 4th we go. All too well, 10-minute version coming up.
What we say, hits don't matter. DVS, they don't even need hits to score runs. They got
exactly.
Double the runs they do hits, just a normal stat line.
I guess they just have to terrify the fielders to make errors. All right, Kuma will draw the 1-out walk here on 4 pitches. Gladdy Ferrero hits that one high and deep, and that one is going to be gone. Well, I guess that hit mattered because that one left.
The ratio continues, though. The ratio continues.
The ratio is ratioing, that's for sure. 6 runs, only 3 hits. And then that one will get down. All right, Brandon Ostman continuing the hit parade here. 1 on, 1 out, and that Angel will turn 1, but they can't turn 2 there. And Salmon Arms will ground out to the fielder's choice to end the inning, but now it's a 6-0 ball game in DVS's favor. As DVS scoring all these runs without hits isn't exactly helping the bet, and that's for sure for the over folks. But Knox will go ahead and get a leadoff single in the bottom of the 4th for Seattle's first of the game. Shy miss will pop out into left field. Houston Hayes coming up now, 1 on, 1 out. And he'll hit that one to the first baseman, and they get the one at first.
I like it, though.
And he's safe at second. All right, there we go. And Jacob will fly out to left field, and that will end the inning. However, Seattle did get their first hit, so there's no danger of a no-hitter. All right, Kulik Warren will step it up here. First pitch swinging, and that will be out number 1. Max Power stepping up to bat. And that will be a single up the middle. 1 on, 1 out for Rake Slammer, the DH. That'll be a grounder to the second baseman. And, that will be out number 2. But Rake Slammer almost beats that one out. All too well, 10-minute version will pop out on the infield to end the inning. Finally, a scoreless inning again for Cookie. Bottom 5 now. And Harley Quinn will as that one will get past the first baseman. And Harley Quinn will end up at second there on the error. Chronoplant DH will swing through that one for out number 1. Webster Rochka coming in, and he'll swing through that one out number 2 there from Giuseppe Jones. Theo Allard watches that one go by, ball 4, his first walk of the game. Giuseppe Jones' first walk of the game. And Chris Angel will pop that one out in foul ground for out number 3. Top of the 6th we go. Kuma still looking for their first hit of the year.
No, it's
Let's see if they can get it here.
Come on, Parquad. Get it together.
I'm sorry, it's a late Tuesday night. I already had robot issues. It's a night. Gladdy Guerrero will go ahead and be out there. Ooh, but Osman hits a hard one down the left field line, and that should be extra bases, and indeed it will be a 2-out double there for Brandville Osman. Ray Card will come up, and that will be the final out there as Cassius Bright comes in to get the batter out. All right, bottom 6 we go as Shane Knox leading it off for the Seattle Sea Serpents. And that'll be the weak hit one, but the center fielder moving very far to get the out. Shia Miss, that is an absolute rocket there over the center fielder's head, and that will be a double there for Shia Miss. All right, got a runner in scoring position for Seattle with Houston Hayes coming up. And they'll watch that one go by, strike 3. So that's 2 outs now for Jacob. Jacob played that one high, but playable, and that will be out number 3. So Seattle still not able to get much going here. DVS, top of the 7th we go, as Salmon Arms will strike out swinging from Bright. Jake Kulik Warren coming in now. And they will get a walk here. So 1 on, 1 out for Max Power once again. Ooh, but that will be 1, and they can't turn 2. It looks like they got upended there at second. Ooh, but there you go. An absolute shot to the first baseman, but fantastic defense there from Shia Miss at first to get the out. All right, bottom 7 we go. Harley Quinn leading it off. And that'll be a leadoff single now from Harley Quinn. All right, well, let's see if Seattle can get some offense going here. As never mind, the leadoff single is immediately erased. Webster Rochka coming up now, but there's a little something, as that's going to be extra bases into the left field corner. All right, 2-out double here. Let's see if Allard can do something. Full count, and they swing through that one as you have another runner left in scoring position. Top 8, all 2L 10-minute version is up, and back to you, Dust.
All right, I'm not saying they can't get 10 hits in 2 innings. I'm just saying the overs are a bit nerve. All 2L 10-minute version's going to fly out to right center. That is out number 1, reeled in by Knox. That ball hot off the bat and gone over the left field wall. That was a sizzler, 416 feet from Kuma. First home run of the season. Makes it a 7-0 lead for the Death Valley Scorpions. They have this one all but wrapped up. Gladdy Guerrero, Death Valley shortstop, striking out swinging on the 2-2. Bringing up Brandville Osman on the full count, will strike out. So Cassius Bright giving up that solo shot. But, yeah, that's all she wrote for the 8th inning. Chris Angel set to lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. Will strike out as Giuseppe Jones still out there. That is 8 strikeouts through 7 1/3. See how long they keep him out there. And now that ball just getting past the shortstop there. And Jones' day is done. So 1 on, 1 out for Shia Mist. As Keep a Secret's going to strike him out. And Houston Hayes will strike out swinging as well. So 7-0. We go to the top of the 9th. Maybe the last chance for the Death Valley Scorpions to hit here. Ray Hard going to lead things off. And Hard is going to fly out to right. That is 1 down. Salmon Arms is going to fly out to shallow center. Knox had quite the trek to get to it. And Jake Kulik Warren watches strike 3 go by from LaHarn James. 9th inning with no runs for the Death Valley Scorpions. Seattle needs to score 7 just to extend this game. Alyssa Jacob set to lead things off. Jacob grounds out to the third baseman. No problem for Kuma there. And a sliced hit there by Harley Quinn past the first baseman. So 1 on, 1 out for Piranha Plant. And Plant won't get on base today. That is a strikeout swinging 1-2 count for Webster Rochka. We'll get this one between the third baseman and shortstop. So 2 on, 2 out for Theo Allard, longtime Kingpin. But Allard's going to fly out to center. No problem at all for Brandville Osman. And your Death Valley Scorpions are going to go 3-0 on the season here, winning 7-0 as they come into town and take down the Seattle Sea Serpents. And we see another plateau here. It must be the Death Valley thing. But, yeah, we've got a big day for power. Ferrero with a couple RBIs, Austin a couple hits. Kuma had that solo home run. And There's some hits here, 7 total, just as many as the Scorpions there, but hits don't matter. 0 runs to show for it. They only walked once, and then there was a couple errors in this game, if I'm not mistaken, on the Seattle side that kind of came back to haunt them. Giuseppe Jones gets the win, 7 1/3, no earned, 8 strikeouts, pitched extremely well. Cookie takes the loss there, kind of got a few bad bounces with the ball, and Giuseppe Jones, your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have an 8-0 victory
You
for
love
New
to see it,
York
right,
over
Parquad? You love
Buffalo.
to see it.
Oh, you do. Because I know that means the Bengals are going to lose later. So we'll take what we get. All right,
Okay.
Offensively, 14 hits and 8 runs for New York side, with 3 hits coming from Bellick Cove, 2 from DeMars, and then 3 from Squints Palidorus, and then 2 from Errol Cove at the bottom there. On Buffalo side, 8 hits, but 6 of them coming from 3 players, with Forbes, Mustard, and Taylor getting multi-hit games. And all right, going down to pitching here, Johnny Patey V2 with 6 scoreless innings there to get the win. Dolores Clifton will take the loss there for Buffalo. And your player of the game is going to be Bellick Cove.
All right. Which Cove will get player of the game? That's about the point where New York's at for, it's like we might as well just have mini predictions, like which Cove gets player of the game. A lot of hits here at the pot for the Providence Crab. They win 7-4 over the Aviators. Aviators do get some good offense from the middle of the lineup, Babbitt, Person, Kaoru. But yeah, 4 runs to show for it on 7 hits. Not going to be enough in this case. Top of the lineup, top of the order for Providence with Fuse, Benito, Shiesty Jr., Gator. They're all swinging like crazy. Gator with 4 stolen bases in 3 games as well. Not bad. Jones is going to take the loss here, getting knocked out in the 4th inning, it seems. James Daly gets the win. Roundley with the save. And Santiago Benito, your player of the game.
Sounds like you might be a little biased for a team, too, just after that.
Which team is that?
The
Aviators?
Maybe. All right, next up.
Here.
Oh, wow. A walk-off 3-run home run by Mr. Hayes there. Wow. Off of poor Chamorro. As San Antonio didn't really have much going on, but up until the end, neither did Vancouver. As you have Lanikai and Fresk getting multi-hit games, and that pretty much being the extent of San Antonio's offense. And on Vancouver side, you have Kirk Swerve Jr., Elwood Hayes, and Rusty. I think it's Reggie or Rusty. I can't remember. I think it's Reggie Shrub.
Reggie
2
Shrub.
hits.
Yep.
Yeah, getting the 2 hits there. Like I said, Hayes getting the walk-off 3-run home run. San Antonio will get the no decision. Chamorro the lost and blown save. Jackson will take the no decision for Vancouver, with Mudbone getting the win. So the game's going to be Crash Jackson.
San Antonio's pitching extremely, as a squad, they were pitching extremely well. Just kind of lost it at the end.
And then I see a 15-month subscribe there for T. Destroyer. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the subscribing, even though the message is just not factual, but we'll take it.
All right. Toronto Pathfinders, they almost blow it in the 8th there. They gave up 5 in the bottom of the 8th, so Boise was in control. And then they score 4 runs in the top of the 9th to take the lead back. They ultimately win 9-7.
Now that's a graph.
That's a graph. That is like a parabola. Yeah, when's the last time you heard that word? Zach Johnson Jr., a couple hits, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Pilsudski, and then 3 hit days for Lewis and Brinkley Jr. Harvey Brinkley Jr. On the Boise side, it was 3 RBIs for McMagic, Emeritus, and Gonzalez with a couple hits, as well as Multoid Man getting some action in there. Jordan Gonzalez with a home run as well. Not normally known for his power, but making it happen. Montgomery going to get knocked out early as a starter. Cruiser's ultimately going to take the loss, though. What can I say except you're welcome? The Toronto starter, no decision. And Marr is going to get the win. What can I say except you're welcome? Your player of the game. Oh, we saw this one. We saw this one. I tricked you.
You got me. All right, there's the real game, as Cancun will start their season off well, 3-0 here. As they take an 8-0 win over New Orleans, with Cancun just kind of going off, all but one player in their lineup getting a hit, with 3 hit games here from Jackson and Sims, then multi-hit games at the bottom of the lineup from Burns and Aza. New Orleans side, not much offense coming there outside of a 2-hit day from Trevor Tulowitzki. Going down to the pitching side here, we got Ike Sampson getting the win with 7 scoreless and 8 Ks. And then on New Orleans side, Aaron Silence will take the loss. And your player of the game is going to be Ike Sampson.
All right. We've got the Indianapolis Apex 3-0. They're making me eat my words here. They're just saying no, we're the number. We're making the playoffs with the number 4 team. Maybe they win the division at this rate. 3-0, baby. They're never gonna lose. We may never lose. But a lot of hype in Nashville around Milligan there. 3-hit day at the yard. You'd love to see it. The Jew with a two-run homer. And yeah, the 4 runs enough in this game, pitching carrying them the rest of the way. Nashville only getting 1 run off of 5 hits. Looks like Jose 43 and a quarter with a couple hits mixed in there. That's 40% of the team's total. Quick math. Krispy Kreme's going to take the loss. 5 innings, 3 earned. Stun Gun gets the win for the Apex. 7 innings, 1 earned, and 6 strikeouts. Nicely done. And Ohei Shotani with the save. Stun Gun, your player of the game.
All right, next up here, we have another extra inning games here. Lunar Base takes the 4-3 victory over Detroit off of an Arthur Morgan solo shot at the top of the 10th. As from the looks of it, Arthur Morgan is all the offense there from Lunar Base with 3 hits, 2 RBI there, with Reagan the Lake also having a hit and an RBI. Same with, Scamina Halcovado. Probably the worst pickup they could have had there in Lunar Base, and yet there they are, 1 for 4. Getting their first RBI on the season. Detroit side,
it's a dinger. You take it.
I guess, but if that's all they're getting, is it really worth it? But okay. Detroit side, you got Maple, Dogwood, and Jackinson with 2 hits, and then a 3-hit game, 2 RBI there from Burnside, who's having another hot start to their season. All right, Lunar Base's side, HR Hypocrites get the no decision. Benjamin the win and blown save. Great combo there. Marston the save, O'Quarters the no decision, and Williams the loss. On Detroit side, and Arthur Morgan could be your player of the game.
All right, and that'll wrap up majors games. We go over to the minors. Quick prediction: do the Mingos lose? Yes or no? And yes. They do. And in not great fashion. Losses are bad, but 6 runs given up in the top of the 9th. Bruce City storming in that 9th inning with Ixon, Torres, Gonzalez Jr. having big innings there in the clutch. Yeah, Torres with a 3-hit day. Gonzalez Jr. with a 2-run bomb. Couple hits for Argent as this Bruce City lineup getting it done at the end. Not too little, not too late. Florida bats, it's Steel Flex with a couple hits, and then Timothy Jr. With a couple RBIs has 9 RBIs in 3 games. That's pretty nice. But ultimately, Florida only 4 runs in this game, not going to have enough to get the dub. It's going to be Green with the start no decision there for the Mingos starter. Shingo's going to take the loss. Fielder's going to start for Bruce City, no decision. Fordham gets the dub out of the pen, and Robert Green, old Bobby Green, is your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have a 5-3 victory as Anchorage sweeps Kansas City to start the season as they get 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th to take that victory. Multi-hit games here from Marcus and Thriller, with Marcus also having 3 RBI there off of just a 2-run double, but good game from Don Marcus there. Anchorage side getting 9 hits across multi-hit games here from Sebastian Otage, good old Seb Otage lead it off there. McNeely and Panda also having multi-hit games. Going down to the pitching side, we have Melgar getting the no decision, Jecker the loss, and then on Anchorage's side, Mrs. Dirk the no decision, Kinsella with the win, Grimes the hold, Abernathy Jr. the save. Player of the game is going to be Mrs. Dirk.
Okay, Firehawks 1-0 shutout over the Kingpins. Really low-scoring game, and it looks like it is going to be who else but Unruly Cloudy or the Diamond thing. Gets a sac fly there to give them the 1-0 lead in the top of the 9th, and they're able to hold on to it. Only 4 total hits for this Firehawk squad, but they make the most of them. Chicago also with only 4 hits, and will take the loss there. Jose 43 with the start, 6 innings, no earn, no decision. Ruggsy with the Healy's going to take the loss. Another Cove. Wait, which one is this one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that name. We have the R Cove, 4 2/3, no runs, and Conklin's can get the win. Jose 43 Jr. with the God damn it. You guys are ridiculous. And then Jose 43 is the player of the game, but don't confuse it with Jose 43 Jr., the Firehawks reliever. He wasn't player of the game.
I love hearing that little meltdown there from good old Dustillion, excuse me.
Dustillion, yeah. Okay.
State College will take the 8-6 victory here over the Puerto Rico Ranas as a big name from Mr. Cool Crab as he hit himself a grand slam and then got an additional RBI out of it. So he got 5 RBI on the day.
I like that.
Puerto Rico there also
Did he
having
have
a
a grand
good
slam?
offensive day.
Did
He
have
did.
a grand? Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then looking on the Puerto Rico side, as always, hits don't matter as they had 13, almost double the State College side, and could not put up the runs. But look at the bottom there. You got Stern and Quinn going 3 for 5 and 3 for 4, respectively. Going down to the pitching side here, Bones will take the no decision, Cramblin the win and blown save. Space will take the hold, and T2 will get the save. Puerto Rico side may be the no decision, and Kermit the loss. Player of the game would be Calvin Cool Crab.
All right, State College, and yeah, never mind. We just did that one. Louisville and Amarillo Armadillos, a very close scoring game, but the Lemurs score 3 runs in the first 4 innings, able to hold on to the win 3-2. It was 3 hits for Whirlwind, 3 for 3 day. You like that? And Murphy, which is that Troy Murphy, excuse me, with a solo home run, the couple runs there for Dillos, but not enough. McCannon, that is, 4 for 4 day at the yard, and Neller Denstro with a couple hits as well. Louisville getting the upper hand in this one. It's going to be Rick Roll, no decision there. League Jam McBobface going to get the win. Ishioka the save. Next is going to get the loss for the Dillo start, and Archduke McCannon, your player of the game. Okay, and that will do it for these first few days. Looking ahead at the schedule here, we've got a couple quick sims and then a prediction up. Appreciate it. That was you, Wildcat Bandit, or another mod. I know Wildcat Bandit's been on top of things tonight. No, it's Clifton. Dolores Clifton, another exceptional mod here. So Cancun and Lunar Base, who will score first? It's going to be the Toros up to bat first, if that influences your decision. But that is a premier matchup, and I think that was a playoff matchup last season. It's playoffs. Could be a playoff preview this season. You never know. You never know. So let's get over to it. We have an off day for both leagues, so I feel pretty good about advancing. And we will do a quick sim on this kind of tweener day, and then we'll get over, right?
Now that is an image I never thought I would see. Look at that.
What?
Evil Dictator against New York Voyagers.
Why isn't that the stream game?
I think Enoch did that on purpose. He didn't want to see himself.
Yeah, it's rigged.
Didn't want to see himself beat up his own team.
Sim team is rigged. Okay, let's do it. Quick autoplay here. As we'll take it around the league. Providence Crabs are going to shut out the Boise Raptors 7-0. Looks like big day for Joe Shiesty Jr. E-notch. I love the notch. Yeah, a lot of action in the middle lineup for the Crabs there. McGuire, B. Fry, and Shiesty Jr. all getting it done there. On the Boise side, they had 6 hits, but 2 scattered, 2 spread out, nothing doing. Looks like Flamethrower Meadows going to get the win in the start, first starter as well. Or first time in the starting rotation in his career. Mize is not even going to see past the second inning. Outed pretty early. Meta is your player of the game with the win in this one.
All right, next up here we have the OBX Aviators taking down the Toronto Pathfinders on a score here of 3-1, low-scoring pitching outage here between Hangman and Thrasterson. On Toronto's side, only 3 hits, so they can't really muster much. On OBX's side, not much else. They have 6, but 2 hits and 2 RBI from Babbitt Person there, including a solo home run. Thrasterson will take the loss for Toronto, even a good outing there, even for that. Hangman will get the win, and Otov the save. Player of the game to be Adam Hangman.
The Hangman's bleeding crown, am I right?
Right. One could say that.
Well, it's a Volbeat song, but if we don't have any Volbeat enjoyers in chat, I understand. And
I don't know what you young kids listen to these days.
what? They're not that. What? They've been around for like 20 years. From like Denmark, I think. I don't know. Anyway, 10-4 victory for the Voyagers over the San Antonio Sloth. So looks like even when Evil Dictator's on a different team, he still plays for you, New York. We got a couple hits for Big Vito and Lanakai, 8 total. So not bad. Just kind of got just way out hit there by the Voyagers, who also were able to capitalize on. Look at that. Everyone in the Voyagers lineup scored a run, which is pretty impressive. So everyone scored at least one run. Big day for Bellick, Cove, and DeMars. Cove with those 3 lineups, or 3 RBIs. Palidorus and Moose with a couple hits as well. Pitching-wise, it was Gosman, 4 1/3, no decision. Anchovy, who we all love, is going to get the win. And then Evil Dictator is going to take the loss, 4 innings and 6 earned. Your player of the game is Bellick Cove. Where are we at? Oh, Buffalo.
Yeah, next up here, almost the exact same box score, but Buffalo taking a 10-3 victory over Vancouver here, as Vancouver can't get much going on offense, but you got 2 hits from Kirk Swerve Jr. at the top. Buffalo side of the house, though, you have 3 RBI days from Forbes and ODP Wizard at the top, with a 2 RBI day from Mustard and 2 hit game from Taylor and Savage. Going down to the pitching here, we have Miller taking the loss for Vancouver. Randall Jr. getting the win in Buffalo, with Wally Choi getting the save. And Luis Hyan Randall Jr. will be our player of the game.
All right, we'll move over to the Champions Conference. The Apex, they're never going to lose. They win 6-0 over the Death Valley Scorpions. Big dub for the Apex here in this one. For his Prestistos, just all right. If you guys, I'll work with Enoch and I'll stream whole season, but you gotta slip me a couple.
I just call that the Mingo effect. You know, they got 2 Mingos in the lineup now. So I don't
you gotta like. I'll pay you all the money. Okay, just gotta slip me a cool couple honeys, and we'll be good. But 4 hits only for the Death Valley Scorpions. Apex bats, Judah the Jew, Nate Nitro, and Milligan all getting multi-hits. And look at that, McKenzie with a, I think, 3-run homer there. Ryan Stryker Jr. is going to take the loss in the start for the Death Valley Scorpions. Rizali getting the win there in the start. That's not a name I'm used to. Is that a rookie here? Oh, no, it's just kind of moved into the rotation here recently, I think, maybe. And then Aaron Rizali is going to be your player of the game. So well done, Indy. Cancun.
And we've got another 4-0 team as Cancun beats Lunar Base 7-1 here to stay undefeated along with Indy. Cancun and Indy, the 2 undefeated teams here. And going down to the batting here for Cancun, 9 hits and 7 runs across there. He's got multi-hit games from Greenwall and Sims. Lots of walks there from the top of the lineup. As you have, 7 walk, or actually all 8 walks coming from the top 4 batters. On Lunar Base's side, only 4 hits, so really not much offense happening at all. Cancun's side, Nova Montaigne will get the win. Right into Dirt will take the loss for Lunar Base. And your player of the game is going to be Nova Montaigne.
All right. The Demons going to get a win here, 6-4 over the Rougarou, though New Orleans about came back in the 9th. But nonetheless, Demons win at home. Big day for Gleyber Torres, couple of hits, 3 RBIs. Nakamura, couple hits as well as Vita and Larry B. Burnside. On the New Orleans side, Tulowitzki getting a 2-run homer, and Giggity Goo with a triple. You got to respect the triples, but not enough runs. Bogan Bader is going to get the win here. 7 innings, 2 earned, nicely done. Taiwan Bay with the loss for the New Orleans starter, and Bogan Bay Bader is your player of the game.
All right, and then, wow, look at that. 7 runs scored in the 10th inning there as Seattle just sneaks out past Nashville there, 10-9. A very offensive-heavy game coming in pretty much at the end, and that's about it. Seattle side here, looks like only 2 batters that didn't get hits in their lineup. But we got, was that 1 through 5, 1 through 6? Yeah, 1 through 5, all getting 2 hits, with Allard in the 8-hole getting 2 hits as well as 4 RBI. So big offensive day from Seattle. And then also equally as large game from Nashville with 3 hits there from both Sauve and Bailey Jones, with multi-hits from Windsor and Jose 43 1/4. Going on down here, we got Shohei Ohtani, the no decision. CeCe Bouchard, the win. Nashville side, Camden Jr. will get the no decision, with the hold going to Rodriguez and the loss and blown save going to Jebediah Crunk Jr. Player of the game is going to be Bailey Jones.
So the Apex may never lose and the Stars may never win. We'll find out if that holds true. We do have a long season ahead of us. Let's move over to the minor leagues and Parquad, where we predicting here. Everyone who wins gets the win.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's kind of bold, honestly. It's kind of bold,
Yeah.
but it's possible.
I'm pretty profound. That's why I've been fined so much by HO. Anyway, we've got the sub-pixel manipulation coming up, everyone's favorite part of my minor league quick sims, because everyone gets the preferred outcome. So here we go. Boom. Look at that. Lemurs win 11-4 over the Kansas City Hepcats. Yeah, big offensive day. 14 total hits for this Louisville squad. Half of them coming from Kruger and Josh Allen there. Josh Allen's on a tear, as well as Kruger. And then look at that 4-for-5 day from BD Jr. in the 8-hole spot, the magic 8-ball 8-hole slot. Mathers is going to go 2-for-4 with a RBI there for the Kansas City, and then Garbanzo with a 3-for-4 day. You love to see that. Stevo had a home run, 2-for-3 day. But, yeah, 10 hits. Pretty good offense for the Hepcats, but not enough in this one. Mata. Is this different? Who is this? Just Mata. Okay, just Mata gets the win for the Louisville Lemurs. Legacy Point's going to take the loss as the Kansas City starter, and Carl Beatty Jr. is your player of the game. Look at that. It wasn't pretty, but I got you the win. It wasn't pretty.
It was a monster game.
That's a football score.
It's 14-13 with 38 hits in this ball game between the Puerto Rico Ranas and the Florida Flamingos, as both teams came to swing the bat, and they did exactly that. So looking at this on Puerto Rico side, everybody contributing, everybody getting a hit. And then you got 2 RBIs top there for Stern, 4 for Berzowski, 3 for the other Stern, and 2 for Quinn down there, as they had 18 hits. And on the Florida side, all but unfortunate Mr. Nash DeVille, the brother of Mr. Sokudo, not getting hits. But you have multi-hit games across the board with 3 RBIs from Kettle, Fernandez, King, and then 2 RBI from McQueen and Jimothy Jr., who is now 11 RBI through the first 4 games.
I mean, watch this. Like, I bet next game it's going to be like a 0-1 game or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
Everything must balance out. That is the OTP way. Perfectly balanced, as all things
Nick
should
will
be.
get the no decision. Moon the loss. Joshan will get the no decision on the Florida side, with Apollo Heidi the blown save, but then Charlie Zhu getting the win. Player of the game is going to be Marzis Berzowski.
Okay.
And of course, the commish himself getting his 41st month of being subscribed to the PBE.
That is almost 3.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Crazy. Chicago Kingpins, and I think is this Hummus's 25th season as commissioner? 20 something, maybe. Does that sound right? I don't know. Anyway, 4-1 victory for the Kingpins over the Bears. Both teams now at 500. Blanco's going to get a couple hits there in the 2-hole spot. Kent Murphy the second with a 3-run homer, I believe, or just 3 RBIs and a home run, and a couple hits for Beach. On the Brew City side, Torres getting a couple hits, but only 5 hits for the Brew City squad, 1 run to show for it. It's going to be, is this Carl Johnson? Aw, shit, here we go again. We got Carl Johnson. You know that one, or is that one too? Is that too?
Oh, no, I 100%.
Okay, all right, jeez. Carl Johnson with the loss. Ortiz with the win for the Chicago Kingpin starter, and Pecora with the save. Luna Jose Rodriguez Ortiz is your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have State College taking on Anchorage. As State College will get the win, push both teams to 3-1, 6-2 in favor of SCSS, the defending champs. Anchorage here, not much offense outside of Cove getting 2 hits there and an RBI. On State College's side, all but 1 batter contributing in the hit column, with multi-hit games from Grove, Cool Crab, and Barrow, with Cool Crab also having 4 RBI on the day. Another grand slam. I think both of his home runs have been grand slams, if I am correct. But either way, Cool Crab having a hot start. On Anchorage's side for pitching, Konis will get the no decision. Goozer will have the hold. Abernathy Jr. the loss and blown save. Belong with me will get the no decision, and then Mantix will get the win and relief with Calvin Coolcrab being your player of the game.
All right, we got a common cool crab W in the chat. We've got the Firehawks walking it off in the bottom of the 10th over the Amarillo Armadillos. Yeah, it looks like it was Troy Daniels with the sacrifice fly to give them the win. Maybe do we have Troy Dan playing? We have or Trey Daniels. Oh, I'm ruined. Anyway, looks like a couple hits for T1000 as well as Trey Daniels and Jolly there, the shortstop. Couple RBIs for Jolly as well. 9 hits, 5 runs. Dillo's out hitting the Firehawks, but we already know. A couple hits for Bernard, unique name, Gordon, and Sand Shrew. I love that name. Pitching-wise, it was a no decision for starter Bill Pitt. Don't be confused with Brad Pitt. 6 innings, no earned. Great outing, actually, for early, but no run support there. Magnus Force going to take the loss. Jose 43 Jr. with the win, and Evan Early, your player of the game.
Looks like the Firehawks have some interesting jerseys there as well, it seems.
Yeah.
Unless that...
Yeah, Firehawk. Okay. They're not even plural. It's just they are a Firehawk. That is it. But yeah, I like it. And yeah, they get the win 3-1 this season. Caw in the chat. Or don't. I don't know.
Does not seem like anybody wants to participate.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Okay, let's move on to our stream game. Prediction is winding down, so be sure to wager your channel points. Who will score first, Cancun or Loon? That is the lunar-based Space Rangers. Of course, it will be the Toros up to bat first. They won Game 1 of the series, so Cancun undefeated. Lunar Base 2-1, trying to defend their home field. Man, all right, Johnny Quest here. 2 starters in this one. We've worked our way back to the I guess number 1 starters in the rotations for each team, I believe, right? We played 4 games, yeah. So, who will, I'll just say just in case, but usually once you get the first crash out of the way, it's kind of, then you're usually good. Who will score first? Just another little bit here. Yeah, if you want to start the game off, I can take the middle here, and yeah.
I can do that. Yeah, it's crazy. Lunar Base seems in OOTPs I have the the advantage here, but man, Cancun, as you can see, they're 4-0 to start the year, but they have Johnny Quest and Mano Wright, so I think this could be potentially a pitcher's duel between these two.
They have Providence Crab legend JQ, the IA MVP of S37 or S38 or something like that. I mean, yeah, they got some dudes out in Cancun.
They got some guys being dudes and vice versa.
Guys being dudes, I like it. Yeah, no, it would be Cancun offense and Space Rangers. Obviously, there are no slouches on offense either. Just maybe haven't woken up quite like you thought they would. But they had some good games against Detroit there in the first season series. So it'll be a really really good matchup. Two of their aces going at it. Mano Wright, obviously a top-notch pitcher in the league. So we'll see how it plays out. Looks like predictions are winding down. First pitch is underway, so why don't you take us away, Mr. Parquad?
Let's do this. Lauren Jackson against Mano Wright. Full count, leading it off here in the top of the first. Let's see if Lauren Jackson can do something, and he does. Wow, he pokes that full count pitch into left field for a leadoff single to start the game. And Zodiac Blueski coming up now as he'll watch that one go by for a passed ball. And then he'll dump one into left field. And, they won't send him, but you got runners at the corners. No outs to start the game. But John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt goes through that. Oh, man. And Green Wall could have won over the Green Wall. That's going to be a 3-run home run for Green Wall to put Cancun up 3-0. And looks like the folks that took Cancun to score are going to get paid out there. Tony Sims will swing through that one. And then that will be a ground out from Mr. Q to end the inning, but Cancun jumps out on top quickly. Am I robot-y again?
You were a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was like, on mine, everything looks fine, but who knows? But I think Arthur
Oh.
Morgan's going to tee off himself, and he does. All right, Arthur Morgan, his third home run on the season, as that will be a leadoff shot off of Johnny Quest to get them a little bit closer. Callie Alvarez will ground out to the first baseman for the first out. Dog and Eminem now coming up, the newly acquired Space Arranger will draw a walk here. Oh, and then gets picked off at first, as now Skamina Halkovado will then, man, those 3 and 4 hitters, they paid some big bucks to get them, and it's not working out so far. So I think just get rid of them. No point to have them now. As Mr. Crocs out will lead off the top of the second with a single there. Montgomery Burns coming up, and that'll be a hard. Oh, but a diving play by Eminem, and then another pickoff at first. And now Xander Aza will ground out to the first baseman to end the inning, as Dog and Eminem, I think, took what I said personally with that diving catch there. All right, bottom 2 we go. Jeff Newman, the second baseman. That'll be a dribbler to the back to the pitcher for out number 1. Allison Chains, the power hitter, coming up, and that one's going to get down. And they do turn 2, and they get there just in time for a 1 out double there for Allison Chains. Cross Erickson will ground out to short, but the runner moves up to third for Blair Boyant, who hits that one deep into center field, but should be a routine play, and it is. End of the second inning now. Top of the third we go with a 3-1 score in favor of Cancun. Over to you, Dust.
All right, top of the third, Lauren Jackson is going to lead things off with a gap shot. That's going to bounce off the bottom of the wall, sliding in safely with a lead-off double. Jackson with a 2-for-2 day to start. Blue Sky is up, and that is going to move the runner over to third. 1 out. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt doesn't get a hit, but does score Jackson from third with that ground out to the third baseman. 4-1 lead for the Toros. 2 outs in the top of the third. Greenwald, who had that dinger to give him the lead in the first inning, is going to get beamed. So maybe a little frustration there by Mano Wright. Maybe a little, jaw jacking out there. And then a stolen base attempt gone wrong because Greenwald is able to get to third, and then Tony Sims laces this into the right center gap for a double. Now a 5-1 lead for the Toros. JQ is going to bounce out to the second baseman. That is it for the third. So a couple runs coming across for the Toros on a couple hits and an error. Bottom of the third we go. Space Rangers in a 4-run hole. Raking the Lake going to lead things off with a bounce out to the second baseman.
Strike 3.
Now Arthur Morgan watches strike 3 go by. That's out number 2. Morgan had that solo home run to lead things off for the Space Rangers. And Callie Alvarez is going to bounce out to the second baseman. So 1, 2, 3, the Space Rangers go. The Lunar Base Space Rangers will head to the Toros side of the bats. Crocs out, leading things off, and the 7th bounces out to the first baseman. That's a U3. Montgomery Burns, Toro's second baseman, is going to get this one down the left field line, rolls into foul territory, and is in there with a stand-up double. 1 down for Ozza with runner in scoring position, full count. Ozza's going to ground at the shortstop, but no, we've got the obligatory dive for the ball turned into an error. Lunar Base's second error of the night, and it will allow Burns to score all the way from second. 6-1 ball game with 1 out at the top of the fourth. Lauren Jackson plays against the shift there. That's his 3rd hit of the day, and that's good for an RBI. Second double, if I'm not mistaken, for Jackson. Or is that his 3rd? Anyway, he got some hits, man. Blue Sky, the Cancun catcher, strikes out swinging with a runner in scoring position. Toros still up 7-1. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt is going to line out to the third baseman. Heads up there, rake the lake. Shout out to Moosey, of course. 7-1 lead for the Toros. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Thong and Eminem set to lead things off, and he is going to get robbed of a hit by Ozza there. So 1 out quickly, and now Skumina Hoklavado strikes out swinging. So 2 up, 2 down as Johnny Quest is cruising now. Full count to Jeff Newman, and Newman's going to play into the shift there. Shortstop whips it over to first, who's really more playing like a second baseman there, and that is the 4th inning in the books. 7-1 lead. Toros trying to add even more on Greenwald leading off. Greenwald bounces out to the third baseman. That's 1 out. 2-2 count for Tony Sims. Tries to check his swing, but it's ruled in there. Strike 3. And now JQ, left fielder, also strikes out swinging. So 1-2-3, Mano Wright calming down a little bit. One of his better innings of the game. See if Allison Chains can get something going. You know they call him the Rooster for a reason. I just made that up. So Allison Chains, the DH, is going to pop out to the shortstop. That is 1 out. Cross Erickson, defensive specialist center fielder, lines out to Erickson's counterpart in center. 2 down, and Blair Boyant will fly out to center as well. 1-2-3. The Space Rangers offense goes top of the 6th. We're about halfway through this game. Croc's out, leading things off for the Toros. Big hack, big strikeout. This Croc's out's trying to run up the career home run total. Doesn't have one yet this season. Montgomery Burns going to pop up high to the shortstop for out number 2, and then a full count from Azza will be a blooper pop out to the second baseman. Top of the 6th, over bottom of the inning we go. Raking the Lake, the on-base defensive specialist, set to go. And Raking the Lake, hot off the bat, is going to go yard. Wasn't thinking about on-base, was trying to go back to the dugout, and did so off that home run. 2-7 ball game now, but you'd like to see that with some runners on base. Arthur Morgan set to lead things off. He has a home run earlier and is going to stave off a 1-2 count to get a single to center. Kind of looked like an inside-out swing there. Kelly Alvarez now striking out looking. Runner in first, 1 on, 1 out for Dog and M&M. But hold on, it's Morgan stealing, but going to be gunned down by Zodiac Blue Sky. So that erases what potentially could have been a 2-run homer from Dog and M&M because he goes yard to left center. 2 solo home runs in the bottom of the 6th for the Space Rangers as they're hanging around. 3-7 ball game now. Scubino Hokovado, 2 outs is up, and Hokovado's going to bounce out to Jackson at short. That is it for the bottom of the 6th. So a couple runs coming across. Top of the 7th we go. It's Jackson leading things off in the 7th. Indiana Polis due up, and my goodness, Lauren Jackson is going to not try to get his 3rd double of the game, but 4 for 4 day, nothing to sneeze at. Zodiac Blue Sky does look to have extra bases. That one bounces all the way to the wall. Jackson holds up at 3rd, runners on 2nd and 3rd. With nobody out, great RBI opportunity for John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, but he strikes out swinging on the big hack. Had the favorable righty-lefty matchup too, but that doesn't seem to matter in this league. Greenwald also strikes out on the full count. Maybe didn't like it, but it was right in there. Tony Sims draws the walk as Polis trying to pitch around him a little bit, trying to save this inning. And JQ is not going to capitalize, so could have been really bad for the Space Rangers there in the top of the 7th, but they hold on despite loading, or rather juicing, the bases. Bottom of the 7th after this 7th inning stretch. It's Newman up, who gets robbed of a hit. What a stab in the air by Lauren Jackson. Comes down with the catch, 1 down. Allison Chains bounces out to the second baseman for 2 quick ones. Cross Erickson on 1-2 count. Swinging, and away Erickson goes. Top of the 8th, 7-3 lead for the Toros.
Yeah, say just as offensive heavy as one would have expected. As now Croc's out, full count leading it off here, and he goes down swinging for out number 1 there. 3rd strikeout of the day for Polis.
Strike 3.
Make that 4th strikeout of the day as Montgomery Burns watches that one go by. 4 out number 2. Xander Azza, the center fielder, coming up now. And he'll hit that one hard into center, but the center fielder able to move in on that one for the final out. Bottom of the 8th we go as Lunar Base only has 6 outs to work with here to try and get some runs on the board. Blair Boyant, the shortstop, will draw the leadoff walk here against Johnny Quest, who's still out there and just over the 100 pitches, and he's no longer out there. Ryan Knock comes in and will give up a single here. All right, you got runners at 1st and 2nd, no outs for Morgan. And they get the lead. Well, they don't have not the lead runner, but they force the out at 2nd. And here's 1 and 2, just like that. Ryan Knock comes in, gets the double play to end the inning. Fantastic piece of pitching there by Ryan Knock. Top 9 we go, starting off at the 1 hole with Lauren Jackson. And Buzz Lightyear will come in and walk the first batter he faces. Zodiac Blue Sky comes up, and he'll hit a rocket into left for a single. No outs, 2 on for John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, and he'll get on board now. All right, bases juiced for Mr. Lightyear. And Wall holds up, and that will be a walked-in run from Buzz Lightyear. 8-3 now in favor of Cancun. And Tony Sims will hit that one hard into center field, but that'll be out number 1. That should score the runner, however. And I believe he will. Yes. All right. That's going to be another run. So 9-3 in favor of Cancun. Oh, runner takes off for second, but is gunned down there by the catcher, Cali
Strike
Alvarez.
three.
And then Q watches that one go by for strike 3 as they tack on 2 more to make it a 9-3 ball game, as Lunar Base now has a lot more to come back from. Dog and M&M starting it off here with an absolute laser into right, and that one's going to hit the bottom of the wall. That will be at least a double, and he's going to stretch it into a triple, and he does. Lead off triple for Dog and M&M now. Skumina Hulk out of the first baseman coming up, and she will get that one down. All right, that's one. That's one. They got 5 more to come back from as Jeff Newman, the second baseman, coming up. And he will get that one down. All right, runner will stay at second there, as that was a nice throw by the right fielder to keep them there. Oh, and then Allison Chains will hit that one to the wall, and that'll score 1. And they don't send the second. All right, Cross Erickson coming up now with 2 runners here in scoring position.
Ooh.
And they'll get that one down. They'll score 1. They don't send the second. 9-6 ball game here as Lunar Base is attempting to do something. Blair Boyant. Ooh, Blair Boyant will fly out into foul territory. 1 out. Cancun's happy for that one as Wayne Wheeler now comes in. And he will walk the first batter he faces to load the bases once
Time
again.
To clutch up, Shoe.
Oh, Arthur Morgan gets it. They get the out. And just like that, they go home and to first.
The 1-2-3 double play.
You don't see that often, but the 1-2-3 indeed. That was impressive there as the Wheeler to Blue Sky back to John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt to end the ball game.
Yeah, wow. You usually, like, sometimes you get the 1-2 and then they don't turn the 3, but hey, that's a GG there. Toros remain undefeated, 5-0 on the season. Space Rangers making it very interesting in the bottom of the 9th. Got big day for Greenwald, 4 RBIs, and Lauren Jackson 4-for-4 day. That always makes you sleep well at night. 3 hits for Zodiac Blue Sky, and then on the Space Rangers side, it was a couple hits for Dog and M&M, Morgan, and Allison Chains, as well as Raking the Lake with that bomb. Mannerite, the loss there, got kind of roughed up and never was quite able to recover. Quest, the dub, 7 innings and 3-run. Wayne Wheeler with the save. It's not Knox season anymore. It's Wheeler season. And Lauren Jackson, your player of the game.
All right, and we will have a 2-1 victory here for the New York Voyagers over San Antonio Sloths. As on San Antonio's side, only 2 hits getting mustered there, and the 1 run coming off of a solo shot from Ozzy Albies in the 9th inning. On New York's side, 8 hits, only producing those 2 runs, but that was just enough, as you had a multi-hit day there for DeMars and Frank Estero. On the pitching side, Chicharron de Pollo will get the complete game loss there, only giving up those 2 runs while striking out 9. Parco will get the win, and Rosas the save. Player of the game is going to be Mr. Parco.
Let's go. Common Parquad W. All right.
I mean, how that first game go? I guess we'll take it.
Hey, well, life's about balance.
It's true.
It's
very
3-0 victory for the Crabs at home over the Boise Raptors. It was kind of a low-scoring game. Only 4 total hits for Boise, and then not a lot of hits for Providence. They're just able to make the most of it. Looks like Fuse with a solo dinger in there. A couple errors on both teams maybe affected the game a little bit. Doesn't really look like it, but anyway, Neymar Cove with the loss. Did pitch pretty well, 7 innings to earn. Pax Torrent going to get the win, 7 innings and 12 strikeouts to Potts with the save, and Pax Torrent's your player of the game.
All right, another very close game here. A 2-0 win over Vancouver there by Buffalo. On Vancouver's side, only 4 hits, with 2 of them coming from Dubson. Buffalo side, only 6 hits mustered, but 2 coming from Cookie Monster, and then a RBI there from Taylor. Going down to the pitching side here, Vancouver, Donahue will take the loss, and Bazooka Joe will get their first victory after apparently Bazooka Joe and Mr. Parco facing off. Awful game. Not against each other. They don't do bad. So to hit the index, we'll get the save, and your player of the game will be Bazooka Joe.
I think I'll put that in the sim server. I think that's an error. I thought it was supposed to be Bazooka Joe. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah,
Dude, I need to put
wrong.
that in the sim errors in the sim server there. We need
to
fix that name.
Funny enough is I renamed one of our bots to Bazooka Joe, only for him immediately to be changed because of the charity.
Oh. Well, it's for a good cause. Pathfinders
It
win.
is for a good cause. So that's the reason why I allow it.
Pathfinders win 4-3 over the Outer Banks Aviator. Tough win for them on the road. Looks like Bobcat, or I think rookie, right? Is gonna go for 3 for 3 today. Score a run. Looks like Zach Johnson Jr. with a home run. He's got 2 on the season so far. Young season, that is. Outer Banks, 9 total hits, out hitting the Pathfinders, but only scoring 3 here. A couple hits for Kaoru, Okada-kan, and Henry. I think that's Aaron Henry, maybe? Yeah. And you're pitching Gianna Morgan for the Aviators. Start, no decision there. Mason Williams going to take loss number 2 in this early season. Starscream with the dub, first one of the season. 7 innings, 3 earned. And Jay Doctor, no decision junior, with the save. 2 innings there. Work nicely done. Starscream is your player of the game. And we do have the last prediction up. Appreciate it, Dolores Clifton there. Who wins? We got a capital I, so you know it's a serious prediction here. Who wins Primetime 2, Death Valley or San Antonio? Game is in San Antonio. So yeah, we'll have a few more quick, 2 more quick sims, then we'll get to that game. That is the last series of games of the night.
All right, next up here we have Nashville finally getting their first win of the season with a 4-1 victory over Seattle. Seattle side picking up 6 hits, with 3 of them coming from Shia Mist, their first baseman. On Nashville side, 4 runs, 10 hits, with Lalo Salamanca leading it off with 3 hits, and then Jose 43 and a quarter, and Bailey Jones also getting multi-hits, with Jones having 3 RBI and having a fantastic start to his season. He hit 2 home runs as well, so there you go. A 3-run shot and a 2-run shot. So congrats there, Bailey Jones. Wait, actually, is that right? I don't know. Whatever. He had 2 home runs. I thought I messed the RBIs up, which I think I did.
No, solo and a 2-run. Yep.
Oh yeah. All right. So and then Tull will take the loss on Seattle side, even though he had a good performance. Azawaje getting their first win as a Nashville Star. That one having a hold, and then Crumb Jr. having a save. It's a
Hito Suyanagi. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, now the Apex are calling for my head in Indianapolis. They lose 4-1 over the Death Valley Scorpions. They dropped to 4-1 on the season, but still a good start for both these teams, really. 10-minute version with a couple hits and an RBI in there. A couple hits for Osman, 2 RBIs for Ray Card. But yeah, kind of a low-scoring game for this high-powered DVS offense. Indianapolis only getting 1 hit on 1 run on 3 hits. I'm going to take the loss here. Taranga Lila pitching pretty decent. 5 innings, 2 earned, 9 strikeouts, but it's going to take the loss. Johnny Tsunami II had that 9-inning no-decision game to start out the season. Does get a win here in 7 1/3, giving up 1, striking out 7. Will be your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have the Demons taking down the New Orleans Rougarou 5-0 here. And on New Orleans side, getting 4 hits, but not much offense going. Detroit side getting 10 hits, with 3 of them coming from Granholm at the top, and then Torres with 3 of them as well at the bottom. And right in the middle, you got Jackinson getting 2. And going down to the pitching side here, we have Sports Boy 57 taking a loss, and then Mann getting the 8 1/3 inning win with 13 strikeouts to go there. And Hugh Mann will be your player of the game.
Okay, it's going to be the Nope, we did that one. We just did that one. All right. Minor league time. We've got the Puerto Rico Ranas winning 2-1 over the Florida Flamingos. Uh-oh. It looks like...
you were right. Like you said, this was going to be a close one after the last one.
Yeah. This is looking like a classic Dustillion stream with the Flamingos losses here. So anyway, we got Barry with a couple hits and a couple runs there for the Puerto Rico side. 2 runs is all they needed. Very, very low scoring affair. DeVille, that's a new name there for the Flamingos. A couple hits in that lineup, but didn't have anyone really on base to help him out. Steel Flex with a run scored. Theodore Furnace pitching pretty decent. 5 2/3, giving up 2. Was going to take the loss. That is Artemis Aria. I should have known. 6 innings, 1 earned, gets the dub, and Shirazi the save. Artemis Aria, your player of the game. If I would just look down at the player game, I would have known the name. I always do that.
And next up here, we have a 13-inning affair between the Bears and the Kingpins, but the Bears come out on top 4-3 as Chicago's offense spreading it out a lot there, but 2 hits coming from Jalexi Alexander at the bottom. Brew City side as well, kind of spreading out their offense. Both Patterson and Hound Streamer getting 2 hit games. Going down here to Chicago's pitching, we have Vincent Heiderscheid getting the no decision, and then Bauer Bottom taking the loss. On Brew City side, Riggs will take the no decision, Schlitz the hold, Reynolds the blown save, and then Pabst with the win in relief. Jerry Riggs will be your player of the game.
Okay, we go to the State College hosting the Wheelers. They get the win 3-1. A lot of low-scoring games, and despite the 3 errors, they're able to get that victory. 3 total hits for Anchorage, only 1 run to show for it. Looks like Otage to get that one. Cool Crab with a couple hits for State College, a couple runs for Hingle McCringleberry, a couple hits for is that Boog Barrow, the 9-hole hitter catcher? All the girls you love before start, no decision. T2 with the save, Cramblin with the win for State College. And Guy Manuel Loor is going to get the loss for Anchorage. Should pitch pretty decent, though. All the girls you love before, your player of the game.
All right, next up here, we have the Firehawks putting down the Dillos 6-0. The Firehawks are starting off hot, one could say, with 5 in the bottom of the 8th there, picking up offense late. Amarillo's side, not really much offense outside of Vince Whirlwind, who had a 3-for-4 day, continuing his hot start to the season. California side getting 12 hits with multi-hit games from McGillicuddy and T1000 at the top there, with McGillicuddy having 3 RBI. And then Trey Daniels going 3-for-4 there in the DH spot. Going down to pitching, Salad with the no decision, Man the loss for California. Mick 43 the no decision, and then Jose 43 Jr. the win in relief. And your player of the game will be Jose Mick 43.
All right. Louisville Lemurs shut out the winless Hepcats here. 8-0 victory for Louisville. 3 hits and 5 RBIs from Ramberg, really sticking out in that lineup there. Kruger with a couple hits as well. Denstro in there getting theirs. 3 hits, no runs in this Kansas City lineup. Glorbenspiel's going to take the loss for the Kansas City starter, 6 2/3, 2 earned. Roberts with the win, 8 1/3, no earned. That's really, really well done there. And Adam Roberts is your player of the game, rightfully so. That'll wrap up this sim day. I think all we've got left is 2 more quick sims and then prime time number 2. A little bit of a longer stream here, it seems. So let's work through it. We'll do a quick sim of the majors and keep things moving. Voyager Sloss, what you got?
All right. Xavier Crawford will get the win here in a 4-0 win for New York over the San Antonio Sloths. Only 2 hits for San Antonio. It's not much there. But then you got a big game there from Frankenstero and Palidorus with 2 hits and then 3 RBI for Palidorus. Sahlberg will take the loss for San Antonio. Crawford the win, only giving up 1 hit in 8 1/3. I think that's very similar to my outing the last game. And then player of the game is going to go to Xavier Crawford.
Crabs knocking off the Raptors here at home, 9-5. That's what we be working on PBE. Couple of hits for both Corner Vacuum and Jordan Gonzalez at the top of the Boise lineup. They did do pretty decent offensively, but 5 runs not enough in this one. Swan Song Goose, big day, 3 hits, 4 RBIs. Whiskey Fuse, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Shicey Jr., Gator, and Alou all getting a couple hits in there as well. It's Junha Choi with the win, number 1 on the season. Did give up 4, but win's a win. Ovechkin takes the loss, and Whiskey Fuse with his whiskey hangover is your player of the game. That's a Godsmack song, but maybe that's too new for you.
Hey, I got a lot of grays and whites in my hair. I think I'll be fine. As Buffalo will get an 8-3 victory here over Vancouver. As Vancouver's all their offense coming from Matt Dubson there with the 2 hits and 3 RBI off of a bases clearing double in the first inning. Wow, look at that. Buffalo side, not a lot of offense, but they're spreading it out a lot to get those 8 runs. 2 RBI from Mustard and then 2 hits from Calavera. So just kind of spreading everything out. Not one person taking it all. Going down to the pitching here. Lothbrook will take the loss for Vancouver's side. Hooper will get the win and Schramm the save on the side of Buffalo. Player of the game will be Mio Hooper.
Okay, Pathfinders winning over the Outer Banks Xavier 7-4. So won the first game of the series on the road. So a couple big road victories for Toronto. Namite with 3 hits. They're at the top lineup. Kendrick Mills with a couple hits as well. Catter having a great start to the rookie season with a solo home run mixed in there. Danny Brennan, former Pathfinder with a couple RBIs, and Babbitt person with a couple hits as well as Beckett Brooks, but 6 hits. I mean, they're able to score 4 runs off of it, but not ultimately get the win. Benny Sheets with the loss there, 4 2/3, giving up 5. Cy Duck with the win, 7 2/3, and 8 strikeouts. Will be your player of the game. Marr with the save.
All right, next up here we have a very close game, but Nashville will overcome Seattle 1-0 here as they scored that 1 run early on, and that was all they needed. Only 5 hits for Seattle, with 2 coming from shy and miss. On Nashville's side, they also only had 5 hits, but the 1 run coming in there for Silliams and the RBI from Lalo Salamanca. Irma Gerd will take the complete game loss, going 8 strong innings, only giving up that 1 run. Claude Daddy will take the win, going 7 scoreless, and Rodriguez will get the save. Player of the game is going to be Claude Daddy.
Okay, the Death Valley Scorpions win over the Apex on the road, 8-5, and Apex fans not loving it because I said they're never going to lose, and now they're losing. Salmon Arms with a couple hits and RBIs. Max Power with a couple RBIs in there as well. Kind of a quiet start for the season. Normally Max Power is kind of a playa. Gladdy Varero with a couple hits as well as Rake Hard. There's Nate Nitro at the 2-hole spot with a couple hits as well as Koala Kyle. But Indianapolis's 5 runs not enough in this contest. It's going to be Beauregard Rove with the loss. Not even seeing past the second inning there. Bullpen tried all they could, but damage seemed to be done. Lebowski gets the win. Petrovic with the save. And Jeffrey Lebowski, the DVS starter, is your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have another very close game as Detroit take a 4-3 victory over the New Orleans Rougarou, who, again, hits don't matter, as New Orleans finally out-hit them for once and could not get the win, unfortunately. Giggity Goo will take the 3-for-4 day, with Stradley getting 2-for-3 right behind him. On Detroit's side, only 4 hits, but a big 3-run home run from Gleyber Torres to put them up and early. Kanye North will take the loss on New Orleans side. Vader Page will get the win on Detroit side, with Williams getting the save. Player of the game will be Vader Page.
Okay, and finally we have the Toros staying undefeated. They win 7-4 over the Space Rangers with 3-run homer by John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His dinger was mine too, and yeah, they sweep the Space Rangers in this 3-game series. So big day for Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. 3 hits and 5 RBIs in this game. Looks like Tony Sims with a solo shot in there, as well as Blue Sky. So offense all around on the Space Ranger side. Can't fault Morgan and Alvarez at the top of the lineup. They are hitting what they can there, but just not enough. Going out with a couple hits as well. Looks like, yeah, Morgan. No home run. Sorry. Oleg Macarena getting the start, no decision. Marston's going to take the loss. Matt Stroh, no decision there. Cap Penalty's going to get the win, and Wayne Wheeler with the 1-out save. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, your player of the game. Move over to the minor leagues here. What do you think? What do you think, Parquad? Is it happening? Is it happening?
You know, I'm going to say something. I think Kansas City's getting their first win.
All right, and you're correct. But we'll go to Bruce City first because I can't do it in my brain differently. 2-1 victory as the Bears go to 4-2 on the season. They win a close one in Chicago. Davis Jr., Alexander with a couple hits each. Gonzalez Jr. with 3 hits for the Bears. 2 runs able to come across. Looks like Torres with a solo home run. Laith the Squirrel is going to get the win. Winning the Paps to save. Smiklis Jr., no decision for Chicago starter. Power Bomb is going to take the loss. And Leith Squirrel, your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have State College getting their 5th win of the season with a 4-1 victory over Anchorage. On Anchorage's side, not much offense at all outside of Walker Wallace getting those 2 hits. State College's side, lots of offense there as you had multi-hit games from Bear, Yoshironi, and Hayden Andrews Jr., with Vincent Asaro getting 3 hits over there. Going down to the pitching side for Anchorage, Fisher will take the loss. Mick Chapperson will get the W, and Space will get the save. And your player of the game is going to be Mick Chapperperson.
All right, and we've got the Amarillo Armadillos shutting out the Firehawks 1-0. Very low scoring game, and the Firehawks, despite out hitting their opponents, going to lose 4-2 now, are the California squad. Only run coming from Trey Murphy. I don't even know how he scored. There's no RBIs in there, so he must have I don't know, must have grounded out to score him. Something bizarre, or not bizarre, but something not very fun. 7 total hits coming from the California squad. No runs to show for it. It's going to be Schlossberg with the loss, pitched pretty well, though 6 1/3, 1 earned. Valorant Arcanum pitched well, I think, in the first game of the season. Finally gets a decision here, 7 1/3. And Magnus Force with the save. Valorant Arcanum, your player of the game. And you called it. You called it.
The Kansas City Hepcats getting a big victory for their first 11-1 against Louisville. And on Louisville's side, getting 6 hits, but just kind of stretching them across. Not much going on outside of the Ben Kruger home run. Kansas City side, their offense finally wakes up, though, as you got a 2-hit, 4 RBI day for Garbanzo, 2-hit, 3 RBI day for Lawrence, and then another 2-hit day there for Thriller, with Mathers having 2 RBIs, but not a single hit. So good for them, I guess. Louisville's side, Eshelman Jr. will take the loss. Porkman will get the win. Jose Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt the hold. And your player of the game is going to be Jorge Garbanzo.
Okay, and we have a Flamingos loss, as is common when I stream. So, I guess
so many hits.
Parquad's going to have to bribe me to not stream. While, but 12-9 victory for the Ranos. A lot of hits, 30 total hits, 21 total runs. We've seen a couple crazy high-scoring games between these two teams. The first game of the series was high. This one, the second one wasn't. This one, again, everyone getting a hit at the yard for the Ranos side. Look at Stern there, 3 for 4. I mean, just everyone. And then Sakodu, that's a new one as well. New Flamingo, if I'm not mistaken. Sophomore, okay. 4 hits, 5 at-bats, but crazy day. Looks like Cattell even with a home run in there. Dizzy Stoner is going to take the loss, not even getting into the second inning. Lycan's going to get the win, and Sterling Stern is your player of the game.
I think did some quick maths, and I believe that was between the first and third games. That was 71 hits between the two teams.
Jeez. All right, I think that will do it for that. We have off days for both teams and primetime 2 approaching. Who will win, Death Valley or the San Antonio Sloths? Get your channel points in here, folks. We have our primetime 2 matchup. First 2 series for are in the books, I guess, and now kind of have some inter-conference matchups. This game in San Antonio, 5-1 Death Valley taking on the 1-5 Sloths. So
who started last time? Did I or did you?
I think I. No, well, now I don't remember.
I think I started last time.
Okay.
So I'll let you start this time. Then.
Oh, I appreciate you letting me do that. Yeah, appreciate.
Yeah, of course.
Clifton says Sloths are winning this one. Well, if the Sloths are winning, how come there's only 1,200 channel points on it?
Yeah, are those all of yours?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a time traveler, so that's just cheating?
Yeah, cheating confirmed. H-O.
Cheating confirmed.
H-O.
Get him out of here.
H-O. At H-O.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Clifton, put your money where your mouth is. I'll close the prediction. I have mod powers. I'll close it. Bet all your points on it, if you're that confident.
I'll bet some points on it, and if I
can't vote, you can. I'll close it. I don't care. I'll close it. Bet. All right. I love it. Peer pressure's the answer always. Wait, did you just bet like 900? Is that all you have?
No, I my brain does not like not even numbers.
No, I was looking at Clifton, but yeah.
No, I put in 900.
Oh, you did. Oh, that was you. That was you.
Yeah.
If someone puts 10, whoa, we got 3 Angelo Russell.
Ooh. All right, I'll do that.
Oh, 4,700. Okay. Russell, is the offer still standing? That's like 5K. So you put 20K on the Scorpions there, maybe. I won't
Or,
bet because I'm chaotically neutral and gonna have to close the
10K
prediction.
on the sloths. So let's see here. I'll put 10K on the sloths.
Woo. All right, big money now. All right, we're gonna get first pitch. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Channel point wagering's fun.
Yeah, it's what 70,000 points up now.
Yeah. All right, here we go. First pitch underway, coming from right-handed pitcher Sam Antonio. Not to jinx it, but I mean Sam Antonio has pitched a no-hitter before, so y'all DVS people are gonna look pretty stupid if Antonio goes for another no-no. But Sam Arm's gonna lead things off. Primetime number 2 underway. First pitch coming shortly. All right, looks like a nice day for baseball in San Antonio. First pitch coming. Predictions are over. As Salmon Arms lifts this one into right center, caught by outfielder Brown for the out. And now it's going to be Kulik Warren lying out to third baseman, almost playing shortstop there. Max Power bounces. Oh no, they don't throw it over, so it's an infield single, but the pickoff gets him for out number 1. What is this? Oh. All right, it's going to be Ozzy Albies starting things off for the Sloss. Albies draws a walk. So 1 on, nobody out for Big Vito. Lines this one up the middle for a single. Albies holds at second. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Full count to long pipe. Draws the walk. Bases juiced for left-handed batter Zane Cold, who also draws a walk. So first run coming across from a bases-loaded walk. Jordan Beecham Rays now with a lead here. Bases juice, big hack. I mean, that's what you do. You go for it all when the bases are loaded and you got nobody out, but that's strikeout number 1. Now, James Lutt's going to hit into an infield fly rule, so 2 outs. And Lanakai's going to clutch it up, get a bloop single. That'll score 2. 3-0 lead after in this bottom of the first for the San Antonio Sloss. Fresca is going to end the inning with a ground out to third, though. That'll do it in this first inning here in San Antonio. Death Valley trailing by 3. They're up to bat here in the top of the second. Rake Slammer, the DH, set to go. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Slam Raker. So 1 on, nobody out for All Too Well 10-minute version, who strikes out. That is Sam Antonio taking care of business. And now a 4-6-3 double play. Nicely turned. Kuma bounces out to end the inning. Well done by Albies to Fresca. Back to Vito. Bottom of the second we go. 0-3 ball game. See if San Antonio adds some more runs. It's Bartholomew Brown bouncing out to the second baseman. That's 1 down. And then a laser directly at the center field wall. That is good for an Albies sliding double. So runner in scoring position for Big Vito. Had a single up the middle last time. Big Vito is going to ground it over to second. Does advance the runner, but with 2 outs, long pipe needs a single to score him, and will do so. Now 4-0 ball game here in the bottom of the second after that long pipe RBI single. Zane Cold draws another walk. That is 45I working overtime. Jordan Beecham Rays 2 down, runners on first and second. That could score 1. Do they send the runner? They do, and Beecham Rays with an RBI single in the clutch. 2 outs. 5-0 ball game now in favor of the Sloss at home. James Lutz giving this one a good ride, hot off the bat, but it is going to be caught by Brandbill Osman to end the inning. San Antonio putting 2 crooked numbers up in 2 innings in a row. Top of the third, Death Valley in a hole.
Eddie Ferrero leading it off here, and he'll go down on strikes from San Antonio. Brandbill Ostman coming up now with 1 out. A 2-2 count again, and he'll swing through that one. And oh, that's right, I forgot. Ostman has a new face gen, and it is horrifying. Ray Card coming up now, 2 outs, and he'll hit that one hard into right field up against the wall, and that will be a double with 2 outs there. Rusty Salmon Arms coming in.
Strike 3.
And that will be strike 3. All right, 3 outs now. Bottom of the third we go with Luigi Lanikai leading it off for San Antonio. And, oh, man, that's a rocket down the left field line. That's going to get to the wall, and that should be a double. And it will be Luigi Lanikai leading it off with a double here against Giuseppe Jones. And Fresca will get a liner up the middle. They don't send the runner. All right, you got runners at the corners for Bartholomew Brown. And he'll swing through that one, out number 1. Albie's coming up now, 2-2 count.
Strike 3.
And he'll swing through that one with Ira Clifton coming in now.
Strike 3.
And Vito comes in, and he'll swing through that one. Wow, as the early damage there does not come back to haunt them, as Ira Clifton's able to come in and get the inning to end. Jake Kulik-Warren coming up, and he'll swing through that one, out number 1. Max Power stepping up now. And that will be out number 2 there from the robot, Rake Slammer. And Rake Slammer will get a 2-out single. All too well, 10-minute version, 2-2 count, 2 outs, grounding out to the second baseman. Bottom of the 4th we go now with Lenny Longpipe coming up to lead it off for San Antonio.
Strike 3.
And he will watch that one go by for strike 3. Zane Cold coming up. And that one will go right past the third baseman for a 1-out single. Jordan Beecham-Ray is coming in. That will be a... Oh, no, they botched it at first, as Max Power will commit an error. I believe that's their first of the season for them. As Lutz will fly out into left for out number 2. Luigi Lanikai coming up, having a good day so far. And can't beat that one out. And it's going to be retiring the side there. Ira Clifton able to... Poe Scott came in there to end that inning. And Kuma, there's that better, comes in now for a leadoff single here against San Antonio. Gladdy Ferrero coming up, and that one's a hot shot into the right field corner. That will be at least a double. Are they going to send the runner? They do, and that will be 1 run scored now for DBS. All right, and that is going to be a hot shot right to the shortstop for out number 1. And Ray Card will fly out to center field. The runner will not tag up, so they'll stay at second there for Rusty Salmon Arms. Dribble out in front of the catcher, and they'll not beat it. All right, DVS does get on the board, but only 1 as they're now down by 4 against San Antonio. Bottom of the 5th, here we come. Antonio Fresco leading it off. And they'll check their swing, but that will be strike number 3 for out number 1. Bartholomew Brown just looking for their first hit of the season. 2-1 count. And there it will be. All right. As Bartholomew Brown, their first hit of the season. Ooh, no, and they get him caught in the rundown. Oh, man. As he is out at second, trying to take second base. And Albies will watch that one go by, strike 3. Gets his first hit and then gets so excited, immediately gets picked off. And Albies strikes out there. Top of the 6th. Kulik-Warren coming up. That one's hit high into left, but should be playable, and it will be out number 1. All right, Max Power coming up, and they'll watch that one go by for a walk. Rake Slammer, 1 on, 1 out here. And that will be a dribbler to the pitcher. They get the out at second, but cannot turn 2 there. You got 2 outs here for 10-minute version, as that will be a ground out to shortstop to end the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th now. We've got Big Vito coming up, and he'll watch that one go by for out number 1. Lenny Longpipe coming up. And they will hit that one on a weak grounder to second, and he almost beats it out as, oh, yeah, I see in the top right, Boise has scored 17 runs in their game. That is absolutely insane. Can't wait to see that later. But Zane Cold will pop out into left field to end the 6th. Top of the 7th we go with Kuma leading it off here. And Kuma swinging through that one for out number 1 as San Antonio still out there, only about at the 80 pitch mark so far here in the 7th. Gladdy Ferrero will watch that one go by. Full count walk. Ostman coming up. That will be to the second baseman, and they turn 2 as Kimura comes in and cleans up that inning to save the good start there by San Antonio. Bottom 7 we are. Jordan Beecham-Ray is leading off. That will be strike 3 there from Poe Scott, his 4th on the day here in relief. James Lutz now. James Lutz will ground out to the shortstop for out number 2. Luigi Lanikai coming up. That will be a fly ball into the right center gap. The center fielder gathers that for the final out. Top of the 8th. Score still 5-1 San Antonio. Back to
Strike
you,
three.
Dust.
All right. Down by 4, Ray Card's going to lead things off with a strikeout. Not what you want to see if you're a Death Valley fan. Bring up Rusty Salmon Arms as Kamuro is
Strike three.
pitching back-to-back strikeouts. Nicely done here. Jake Kulik-Warren with 2 down. Down in the count, 1-2. Bounces it over to the shortstop. No problem at all for Fresca. Fresca's going to lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. San Antonio trying to add some runs here in this bottom half of the inning. Parquad still in the game. Has been asked to do a lot here. Has been doing very well. 4 innings and 1 hit allowed. No runs and 5 strikeouts. His day is done. Keep a Secret has come on now. And Secret's going to walk the first batter. She faces, so 1 on, 1 out. And that is a stolen base by Brown. Runner on first. 1 out. Albies bounces out to the first baseman. Now 2 down. Brown gets the third. And then Big Vito's going to bounce back to Secret on the mound. Could be it for the San Antonio bats. We'll see if the Scorpions got it in them. 4 innings, or 4 runs down here. And it's going to be Max Power flying out to center. That is a quick out number 1 here. It's Kamuro trying to slam the door. Rake slammer up. Is going to fly out to left or right center, excuse me. No problem at all for Beecham Reyes. Down 0-2 and 10-minute version strikes out. Looking Kamuro comes on to slam the door after San Antonio pitched extremely well in this game. And your San Antonio Sloths win 5-1 over a tough Death Valley squad. They'll go to 2-5 on the season as we've kind of finished up our last sim day here. Big day for Slammer. Big day, or a couple hits for Slammer, I should say. Nobody really had a big day on the Death Valley Scorpion side except for maybe Parquad. A couple hits for Lanikai and a couple RBIs there. Long pipe mixing in a couple runs as well as Albies. San Antonio, 6 1/3, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts, is going to be your player of the game with the dub. Giuseppe Jones at the loss.
All right. Then we have OBX getting a win over Lunar Base 3-1 here. As on Lunar Base's side, only 4 hits, with 2 of those coming from Cali Alvarez, the 2-hole hitter. On OBX's side, a lot of offense there, but it was really spread out through their first 6 batters as each one of them got a hit, with Karu getting a solo shot, but getting 2 RBI in the day, and then Cole Kim having a solo shot as well. Going down to the pitching here for Lunar Base, HOR Hypocrites will take the loss. Walrus Jones will go ahead and get the win on OBX's side without off getting the save. Player of the game will be Walrus Jones.
Okay, and we've got the Boise Raptors putting a 19-piece on the New Orleans Rougarou. Big offensive day for that Boise Raptor squad. Nearly everyone getting a hit. Multidman and Allen not, but big day for Williams and McTavish with 6 RBIs, 3 hits for Emeritus. I mean, you name it, they're slugging it. New Orleans side, Manuel Bang, Yedi Goo with 3 hits apiece. Looks like Stradley had a hit or double there in RBI, but yeah, that's not gonna get it done in this game. 12 walks as well for the Boise Raptors on base fiends. Montgomery gets the win, 6 2/3. Yeah, no problem there. Aaron Science takes the loss, and Binker McTavish, your player of the game.
All right, next up here, we have the Seattle Sea Serpents getting a win over Vancouver, 6-2. As Seattle puts 4 up in the 8th to get ahead and get the win. 2 hits here from Shia Miss and Theo Allard doing their big parts of that lineup, with Rashka getting a home run. On Vancouver's side, 7 hits, but not much offense coming off of those, with Hayes and King Jr. Getting 2 hits apiece there in the middle of the lineup. Going down to the pitching side here, we have Cookie getting the win, going 7 strong, only giving up 2 with 10 strikeouts. Crash Jackson, the no decision, and Mudbone, the loss on the side of Vancouver, with Cookie being your player of the game.
Okay, we'll keep it going here with the Toronto Pathfinders giving the Toros their first loss of the season. 5-4 victory. Pathfinders up to 5-2 on the season. 3 hits for Tony Sims, couple for JQ. Cancun leaving some people on base, some missed opportunities there. Toronto here with 3 RBIs coming from Larson, a couple hits for Catter, who's having a great hot start to his Pathfinder's career. Zach Johnson Jr. Oh, I thought that was a home run. Never mind. What can I say except you're welcome? The dub. Mar with the save. Ike Sampson's going to take the loss here. The Cancun starter will. And what can I say except you're welcome is your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have the Indianapolis Apex continuing their hot start with a 5-3 victory over my New York Voyagers. On Indianapolis side, they got 7 hits with Nate Nitro and Jew Do the Jew, with both getting 2 RBIs there in the 2 and 3 holes. Looks like Jew getting his home run here, and then I think Nitro may have just got it from something else. On New York side, only 4 hits, 2 of them coming from Dion in the leadoff position. On the pitching side, Stun Gun will get a win, going 6 2/3, only give up the 1 run while striking out 4. Chapler the save. Johnny Pady V2 will take the loss on New York side, and your player of the game is going to be Stun Gun.
Your New York Voyagers, aren't they our New York Voyagers? I'm a New York Voyager. I've given the Voyagers plenty of dubs. I think they're partially my team.
Hey, the Crabs are, a good investor in New York.
Yeah, that's right. Till the playoffs. Anyway, 6-5 victory for the Crabs over the Demons. They walk it off in the bottom of the 14th. Looks like it's going to be Mr. Alligator, the hero in this one. A lot of offense really coming from Detroit here. But as we say in the biz, hits don't matter. Maple Dogwood, Burnside. Okay, thanks, T-Stills. Appreciate you. Granholm with a couple hits as well as Casey Vita. Yeah, good hits all around. A lot of missed opportunities for Detroit. 29 left on base. That's crazy even for a 14-inning game. Shicey Jr. with a few hits as well as Mr. Alligator getting a multi-hit game in there in the top of the lineup. Everyone getting used in the bullpen for Providence. I'm not nervous about that at all. James Daly, no decision. DeSoto's going to get his first career win. Quentin O'Quarters pitched pretty well, but ultimately gets the no decision. Hugh Jackson lost, and Quentin O'Quarters is your player of the game.
All right, next up here we have the Nashville Stars getting a 5-3 victory over Buffalo. And for Nashville, it looks like a big day for Windsor, getting 2 home runs for 3 RBI, as well as Hirahara getting 2 RBI as well, getting their first career double. On Buffalo's side, Mustard and Taylor getting 2 hits in the middle of that lineup, but being pretty much all of their offense. Going down to pitching now, Krispy Kreme will take the no decision, Tommy Vanderhonken the win, and Hitsos Unagi the save. On Buffalo side, Clifton the no decision, and Delete the index the loss. Player of the game will be Jeff Windsor.
Okay, and that's it for majors today. We'll swing it over to the minors, and then the stream will be in the books here. Let's check things out. We've got a 14-12 football score here in Louisville. The Firehawks with the Kakans in the chat win over Louisville, despite the Lemurs' best effort to kind of come back in the 9th. Just a ton of offense. Everyone on the California lineup getting a hit. 4 RBIs coming from Archer and McGillicuddy. 3-hit games coming from half the lineup. Crazy. On the Louisville side, 4 RBIs from Randberg. 4 hits for Javier Franco. A couple hits, 3 RBIs for Carl. Is that Carl Beatty? Yeah, Carl Beatty Jr. is having a monster early start of the season. Everyone. Rick Roll takes the loss here for Louisville. This was far from a pitcher's duel or a pitching performance. Cove with the start, no decision. Wakefield the win, and Chadwick McGillicuddy is your player of the game. Wasn't the Buffalo Bills and who played on Sunday night? Wasn't it like Bills and Giants or whatever? Wasn't that like a 14 to?
Yeah, that was
like
a weird
14
game.
to 9 game or something.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Theoretically,
anything that's not like a 1-run game is a football score, right?
It's true. It's very true. They score more than 1 can be a football score. But all right, speaking of a football score that this technically could be, the Wheelers beat the Flamingos 4-2 here. As once again, hits don't matter. As Flamingos have 11 hits here, with 3 hits days coming from Kettle and Fernandez, with 2 from McQueen there in the middle. On Anchorage's side, really spreading the love there on their offense. Only 1 batter not getting a hit, with McNeely and Ziegler getting 2 hits in the middle there. Florida side for pitching, Robert Green will take the loss. On Anchorage side, Mrs. Dirk the no decision, Goozer the win, Abernathy Jr. the hold, and Kinsella the save. Player of the game is going to be D. Fernandez.
D. Fernandez. All right, Kingpins, and what is a football score? 5-3 over the Puerto Rico Ranas. Both teams sitting at 3-4 in the early part of the season. Big day for Why Not Co. 3 hits, couple RBIs, helping propel that Puerto Rico offense, but it's just not enough. Chicago kind of getting help from the entire lineup there. Simmons third with a couple hits and a couple RBIs for Beach on that home run, Micah Beach, that is. Jose 43 to start, no decision. Gobitsky's going to get the dub. Ruggsy with the Heelys, the save. And then, who's this? Who is this? Sox maybe with the loss there. Inez. Oh, it's not Why Not Cove. They're in the majors. It's Inez Cove or Shawnee Cove. I should have known. Is your player of the game in the loss for the Ranas?
All right, and then an 8-3 victory to Propel State College. To Propel State College, 6-1 here, as they have 8 hits, only 2 batters not getting hits. But I think everybody got on base, so there you go. 3 RBI coming from Cool Crab, who continues to have a hot start to the season with Barrow having 2 hits. At the bottom there, Kansas City side, 2 hits from Garbanzo and Marcus to lead it off, but that is about it. State College's pitching side, Ozzy Bones, the no decision. And T2, the win in relief. Melgar, the no decision, with Jecker getting the loss and blown save from Kansas City, with Roman Melgar getting the player of the game. I don't know why I said it like Roman. It's just Roman.
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 All right, let's cap things off with a Bruce City Bears win. They had a pretty good sim this go around here today. 8-7 victory, fighting off the Dillos comeback in the bottom of the 8th. Looks like Rees there trying to make it interesting for the Dillos. It was 3 hits for Niall Patterson as well as Xavier Payne at the bottom of the lineup. A couple hits for Gonzalez Jr. and Gainey as well as 2 RBIs apiece for both of them. Gordon and Ruiz in the middle lineup doing work. And, 23 left on base for Amarillo, kind of just didn't quite capitalize as well as the Brew City Bears did. Pitching-wise, it was next with no decision in the start. Mangus Force with the loss. Fielder for the Brew City Bears pitcher, I think that's center fielder, which is very counterintuitive. No decision there. Reynolds is going to get the win, and is this another Lotso Heineken Bear? Yep, with the save. Steve Gonzalez Jr. is your player of the game. That is all she wrote, folks. So we are ready to upload to the index. I'm sure everyone is super ecstatic with all the outcomes, and not anyone is upset at any outcome at all. So that's why I'm the league's best streamers, because everyone who wants to win gets the win, and everyone who doesn't want to win doesn't get wins. Right? All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in so much. It's Retria with the no chill.
Thanks, Reggie. I'm just the other dude.
The other dude. Yeah. Check standings. I gotta memorize. Who do you want to know? Who do you want to know? Just quiz me. I got it all memorized. My super photographic memory's got it all figured out. So what do you want to know? Every team? Okay. Yeah. Every team has at least played 7 games. So if you want...
Zach, I know that my strategy of getting the Nashville brothers in Florida is not working well.
Kingpins are 3 and 4, I think, right?
That sounds right. But
who cares about the standings? It's just one. Oh my God, we got 101 games left. My God, like, holy. Can we get a stamina check too for Evil Dictator? But yeah, it's opening day. I've done a few opening days in a row now. So we've got some rabid Ask the Booth. Parquad, can you let Toronto win? Play us, and then stamina check. Okay. The stamina check is everyone in the league is exhausted. So we'll just leave that open to interpretation. Parquad, you have a request to let Toronto Pathfinders win a playoff series. You think you could make that happen, Chief?
No.
Okay.
not me. It's not me that decides that. I'm just here.
Right. I'm biased, so I'm not going to answer who my favorite cover athlete is, Johnny Quest. I think you already know. It's always whiskey season in Providence. It's always whiskey season. It has been for like 5 seasons. I love Jumbo. He's my dude. He's got the keys to the city, man. I think I don't know who did the Quest cover. It's pretty clean though. I do like it. I do like it. I still don't like the cover athlete concept, but I've already spoken about that.
So I made sure to go grab Hank.
Yeah,
Let's
Hank
see if, let's
Lynn.
see if I can.
Hank
See,
Lynn.
let's see if I can get a Hank cam going here.
All right.
What's the
Let's get
files?
some Hanks in chat. Hanks in chat, everyone.
Oh, nice boy.
Is he a chonky boy or what?
He's a little. He's good for his side.
He's good for his size.
Yeah.
That's what my
Yeah.
girlfriend tells me too.
Say, oh, it looks dark, but I don't know if you can throw up the Discord video here.
Discord. What?
Yeah, I got
We're
the
streaming.
Hank cam.
Oh wait, is it in this
Yeah.
one? Hold up.
Should be in the Discord.
Oh, shoot. How do I pull this up?
How you do it, I have no
Oh,
idea.
okay. Yeah, I got you.
He is.
All right, we got Parquad face reveal and Hank reveal. Let's go. Look at this. Woo. Get some Hanks in chat. Let's go, Hank Cam. We got to
He's
do this.
blending in with my neck right now.
Nice. We got to do this for spring training. Just have pet cams. Just on for spring training. He's so dark though. You're so dark. Like, what are you?
Well, yeah,
are
I
you,
have.
in your dungeon. Like, are you like?
No, I have one light on in my house right now, so let me see if I
What?
can. Hold on.
All right, let's start a GoFundMe for Parquad to buy lights. He's a one light in his whole house.
I don't like wasting energy, but
Yeah.
he's a dark one, so he blends in.
All right.
He's also very very sleepy. I say he got about 20 minutes of zoomies, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Oh man. I get that. I get that too. I get about 20 minutes of energy, and then I'm sleepy. So.
Let me see if I can.
Another commonly asked question is, Dust, you're so cool and awesome and everything. What does your streaming setup look like and everything? And I'm like, okay, well that's a really good point. It's like, what is my setup? And I can show you my little PC. I'm kind of a fan of it. Let me see if I can get it to Discord here. All right. So I was a big fan of the original Xbox here. So I have built this. It looks better with the cover on, but this is with it off. So anyway, just as a little fun side note that I'm streaming literally on a original Xbox, more or less. But like with like not Xbox parts in it. But the power button does work and everything and lights up. It's pretty neat. So yeah, there you go. That looks scary. Yeah, the power supply sits outside, so it makes it a little bit different, but it works pretty solid. So it's very difficult. That looks like you don't pay rent. No, I do pay rent.
That's pretty good though.
It just looks a little bit rough, but like that's just a weird angle because I got all the cables strung out and everything everywhere. Like that was like immediately after finishing it up. So yeah. I do pay rent, unfortunately, a lot of rent, plenty of rent for my.
Here, I just DM'd you a picture of what Hank currently is doing, sitting in my lap, with a light on, so you can actually see him.
Oh, all right. Now we got the goods. Look at this. Good boy, yes or nah? Naked Xbox. Sorry, I don't think children know what an Xbox is. But look at this. Look at
that face.
Look at the big Hank vibes. Oh, I love him. Can we when eat who's like savvy on the Twitch world, like could we like get a hanky emote in chat or something? How much we gotta donate to charity for hanky emote? My Commodore
Dude,
64 doesn't know what an Xbox is. I understood that reference. No,
I would donate all the money to get a hanky mode. I think I'm getting to wake up.
So like, is he just grumpy, or is this just his face?
No, that's his tired face.
Oh, well, I guess my tired face also looks pretty grumpy, so I can't really judge. All right, we are in the book, so we'll cap it here. A good little 2-hour 45-minute stream. They always seem to run longer with me and Parquad around for whatever reason. It's not like we get distracted ever.
Not like we ramble or anything.
No, ever. But anyway, thanks you all for tuning in. Day 1 in the books. S43 is officially underway. Best of luck to all the teams for the remainder of the season. I'll see you all probably next week for some more streams.
Yeah, have a good night, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, bye.